good. I'm starting to see everybody, so I'm going to come on in a second. Signy Bear on YouTube says, I'm like an elephant. I'm all ears. Bobby Nicole from Facebook says, hi. Hi, Bobby. We go back a long time, don't we? Remember when we met at that conference? Ramon Zapata says, good afternoon, everyone. All right, I'm just about ready to start, guys. It's the worst, isn't it? Thank you, Toonie. Glad you came in. I'll approve it, Bobby. Don't worry. I do have a virtual assistant for that, though. So, you know what, Bobby? Have her go to facebook.com/affordablerei. That's public. Have her go to my profile, facebook.com/Lisa Phillips REI. So also this is on my YouTube channel, Affordable REI. I actually have this on my spirituality channel because it's so important. I literally have not worked this hard for something I'm doing for free in a long time, but I am telling you, we're at a tipping point and I do not want my people left behind. We're not doing that. You're welcome. All right, I'm about to come on in a second. I'm just getting some things done. Sort of fun. I feel like I'm on a Versus challenge. Thank you for what, Khadijatu? I'm going to play that one more time. I'm going to be on in a second, guys, for real. I'm just getting everything ready. Some last minute stuff. You guys also know I'm a little bit of a mommy, so someone needed popcorn, and it's best to give the girl popcorn so we can do this uninterrupted. I have to make sure my screens are up so I can show you guys screenshots. I want y'all seeing me log in. Please feel free to share. Please feel free to share. Coming on in a second. This is good enough. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Like the last 3 nights. Putting this together because I did feel there was some urgency. I do. Yeah, you're welcome. Got a highly developed throat chakra. It's part of my purpose here on earth. Use it to my advantage. Hello, Robert. How are you? Oh, Toonie? You may have to have the phonetic version of it. Okay. Thank you, Tunny. I've been talking to you on my Facebook for like a year and I never knew that. Okay, I actually got to figure this out. So, banners and... Hello! How are you guys doing this Friday night? This royalty-free music is the jam, isn't it? Okay, I'll start in a second. And we are live. Thank you, everyone. Most of you guys are probably from my real estate investing audience. Some of you guys are from the cryptocurrency world. And we're just going to start. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for taking the time on a Friday night. Yes, I have made some gains in cryptocurrency. And I had to do this because I've been watching everything. My rise in my portfolio is corresponding with a rise in mass acceptance. And it's getting to this point where we're going to cross the line. John C. Maxwell would call it the tipping point, where this is going to go global. And I'm in groups, I'm on the internet, and I go to get information, and people just make it so dang difficult to understand this. And I don't think it needs to be. So I put this together. I'm going to show you my portfolio. I'm going to show you what I did. But more importantly, it's not necessarily the coins, which I'm more than happy to show you that I purchased, that matters. It's the mindset and strategy behind it when something can seem so complex and make it a lot more simple for everyone to do. So before we start, I'll just take any comments. So this is live. I'll take your questions. Isn't that clear now? I'll take your questions as they come up. So bear with me. There is a flow. I have a PowerPoint presentation, and I did that because usually you guys know me. If you look at my videos, I can come and freestyle for an hour, right? But I really wanted to make sure for beginners that you understood everything. So this is going to be a webinar. I'm going to have a PowerPoint slide, but feel free to ask questions. And if I need to, I'll go to different screens to show you guys. So before I start, I'm just going to see what the comments are. Hi, Davina. I'm glad that you joined. And if you have to leave for any moment, you can always look at my social media profile. It'll be up. Tenny, thank you. Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany is on. Tiffany is my, she's a dating coach. I recommend every woman get a dating coach. If you're not having fun dating, get a dating coach. So we were just talking and we created like a love list of all the things I want. You guys should all get one. So Tiffany is here. Put your, if you want her information, let me know. She's great. She's amazing, actually. She's a bit of a savage, but that's what we need nowadays, ladies. Rosalind, hello, Rosalind. Hey, Anthony, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm just gonna do an introduction about who I am for those, some of you know me, some of you don't. My name is Lisa Phillips. I have a pretty large and I think pretty influential real estate investing platform where I help majority Black professionals invest in low-income Black neighborhoods. We look at low-cost rental properties from $30,000 to $50,000. We do it for cash flow, but we also do it against gentrification to provide long-term housing to our clients and our tenants and impact our neighborhoods. I've been doing that for about 7 years or since 2013. And we are at the point where I have a best-selling book about it called Investing in Rental Properties for Beginners. So I am a real estate investor, and I was just able to see what other people were not able to see. And so when I saw those things, instead of being quiet on it and just quietly doing it myself, I just decided, as I do, that I wanted to tell as many of my people as possible, and they heard the call. So now I have a Facebook group called the Sub 30K Mastermind Group. It has 11,000 people in it, all real estate investors. And, we're not theoretical. We are actually the Black people in this country who walk the walk and talk the talk. Like, we are going into our neighborhoods and fixing them up so that they have long-term housing. We don't just raise the rents just because we can, because we're mindful and conscious that this is our community. We are doing the work so many people say they're going to do. We're doing it. And I say that with a lot of emphasis because we don't just talk. And we also see what others can't see. because a lot of people, even in our own community, wouldn't go to places we do and see and discover the treasures and the wealth building and assets we do. Outside of that, I have a spirituality channel. I'm even posting this there because sometimes some trends that I've jumped on are intuitively guided and intuitively led. Like something inside me, like, you said you want money, go into crypto. Something told me that 3 years ago, right? And apparently $130,000 in my 401k later, it worked, right? And I was just shooting $200 a month at it. Nothing big, nothing that you guys haven't done. So I'm actually putting it on their channels because there's people there who can also benefit from this. This is the future. And I'm going to lay this out about what's going on. You don't even have to trust my words. I'm going to show you what's going on. You'll see and you'll get it. One of my gifts is that I'm able to see, if you've been paying attention to my real estate investing platform, I am able to see and interconnect things that don't seem to be similar and tie them together. It's a soul gift. It's part of why I was able to build a platform and help so many people overcome what seemed to be a big obstacle of getting low price rental properties that they can afford for cash flow and financial freedom. So I am going to say I'm not a certified financial planner. I'm just really good at this. So I am, though. I really am. And at real estate investing, and apparently I'm good enough at crypto. So I wanted to do this, and you're going to see as I go through the presentation, it's all laid out. I basically took my knowledge of real estate investing and I applied it to crypto, and that's what's going to work. So I honestly can say for beginners, but real estate investors, because the mindset of how we deal with an asset and make it work for us is the same thing I'm applying to crypto, and it's working. You know, there's a reason that the most millionaires ever are from real estate, but you can literally take a new industry, apply the principles, and you'll still win. I love it. Okay, absolutely love it. I also, just for my own, not only have I been working and actively helping people and figuring this out and getting people from New York, DC, California to invest all across the country, and even people in Mexico and Canada. I've also read extensively, if it's a financial book, all of Robert Kiyosaki's, but even I read a lot of the wealth books. So it's not only the real estate investing experience, but it's also a wealth mindset that when I read these wealth books and it makes sense, I take it in. That's part of my wiring and programming. So I'm going to tell you guys the difference about getting rich off crypto versus where we need to be positioning ourselves to get wealthy off crypto. That's what I've been doing with real estate. Khadija used to. I actually buy silver. Now, my spirituality channel, I'm very open about who and what I am. I am at the soul level, my soul imprint. I'm a teacher. I'm a healer. I'm a warrior, and I'm a magician. Okay. So those are like my soul, and all my incarnations have done that. So when it comes to silver, I actually use it because spiritually it has silver and gold has spiritual significance. And I use it in my spirituality practice to enhance all of my efforts. So I do it because I actually use silver every single day. If you came into my house, you'd see it for my spirituality practice, because it has very certain traits that were given to it to help us in this earth journey. So I buy it, and it's all risen in price, which is cool because I've been buying for 10 years, which, also going into fiat money and what's going on. I'll get into that too. So I'm just going to take a few more comments, and then I'm just going to jump in. Yes, says Bobby. Bobby, what you saying yes for? Let me know. Yes, and I love that you put 4 years, because I'm going to mention that in the PowerPoint. Everyone needs to understand crypto's a 3 to 4 year life cycle. I liken it to, within 3 to 4 years, if a business is going to pass or fail. Honestly, in crypto, it's a 3 to 4 year life cycle, and you can take that all the way back. So the money I made has been over 3 years, and I'm going to show you how, but I want you to get your mind on that so you know exactly at that mark when to reset and start looking again at what won and what didn't. So I am proud of you, Nisha, because I know you got a nice portfolio too if you've been in this for 4 years. Thank you, Robert. I received that, Tunny. My new life coach. I'm really into affirmations. So if you want to feel good and be empowered, come over here. Hi. Hey, saw you last night. This is 2 for 2. Hello, anonymous Facebook user. And hey, other anonymous Facebook user. All right. So with that, I'm going to start. I just had to get an introduction. Not all of you guys know my history and background, but I will say a couple good things going up. I have a Times.com article and Next Advisor, which is their real estate investing section coming up. And that'll be sometimes in the next week. One of the reporters for Times.com did a full, we talked for like 90 minutes, her getting the story. So I'll be more than happy to post that. Just the fact that I focus on the Black community and we've been so successful. And now what's going on in 2020, apparently half the country just found out that there's racism. So people who've done this work really focused on our community, people like myself and others who are my colleagues, because I really just hang around people who care about going back to our community. It really is our time to show like we have solutions and we've been working on it. We're not waiting for anyone. And honestly, it should be us going back to our neighborhoods. It should be no one else. It's no one else's responsibility. I also have what's coming up on my spirituality channel. I have a womb cleansing coming up. So any women who it's sexual partner cleansing, it's your femininity connection. I'm an angelic healer and channeler. So we're doing this. So it's an energy upgrade, really powerful. I'm really good at this. So if you guys want to do that, get a reset on all the dysfunctional programming and inner child healing that you need to do. We're going to start that Monday. So you can find that on my spiritual channel at Lisa Soul Level Healing. I'm sorry. If I said it started tomorrow, Monday. It starts Monday. It'll be the next 3 weeks of Monday at like 7 p.m. Wow. Oh, I love ether. We're going to have to pay attention to it. Like I said, with that 3-year cycle, it is slow, but it's rooted. Okay. When I say rooted, there's all of these other technologies built on top of it that I use. Okay. So very rooted technologies that a lot of money have been built into it. So even if something smoother comes along, you don't just offload ether. If it ever becomes so slow and there's another competitor that's good, we'll have more than enough time to know the competitor's here, purchase the competitor, and make sure we shore up our positions in ether. But right now it is the technology powerhouse with tons of applications built on top of it. So because of that deep rooted nature and like Decentraland, I'm going to talk about virtual real estate that I'm purchasing right now. And that is a huge business built based off of ether, and millions of dollars went into it, and millions of people have bought virtual land there. So ether's not going anywhere. People spent that much money on the network, they're going to stay on the network, right? Now, other companies might go to the new stuff, like Cardano is trying to come up, and Polkadot, and there's other competitors. But for right now, we know that there's a stability because of all the money and all the different systems that have been invested on top of it. I don't do tax liens because the amount of time and effort, I can easily get a rental property. So I would just get a rental property. The only thing is with tax liens, you don't need as much money up front like you do with the rental properties. That's the only reason I don't. They're fine. But for me, it's not hard to get a rental property. That's cash flowing. The only hard part is getting the money to put as a down payment. Oh, Khadija too. The channel is Lisa Soul Level Healing. Here, I will put it in the description. Now, if you're not on your spiritual journey, it might sound like a shock to you, but because I don't hold back and I'm very, very deep into it. I channel my ancestors, I channel angels, I channel other spiritual beings. So, if you're ready for that level of what those messages are, which is a lot higher than what most people think, then definitely come. Oh, okay. It went to all my channels. Okay, good. Now I am going to start. Thank you guys. I'll try to take your questions. I'm going to focus on some stuff, ask questions and focus just to make sure everywhere I go. And I'm going to start now. So let me go ahead and get this going. Okay. I have to see how to share my screen, guys. This is the first time I've used this. So the screen is not shared yet. Tell me what you guys see. Do you see like a screen I got to share? Oh, here it is. Share. Share screen. Share application window. There we go. Perfect. I wonder how I make myself smaller. I like that better. So I won't be able to see this, but I'm going to have to jump in and out, all right? So we're just going to go ahead and start. I'm going to go on my phone real quick, though, just to make sure. If you guys can see everything fine, let me know. I'm going on my phone just to be able to see. And make sure, because with my screen big, I can't see everything. So post in the comment if it looks okay. You see me? Do you see the screen all right? Let me know, please. I'm waiting for the comments. And make sure, oops, because with my screen big, I can't see everything. Sorry, guys. Okay, all right, good. So Khadija, okay, so you see me and the screen, right? Or do you just see like my screen, my shared screen? Oh, I'm clearly looking at myself. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, you guys are going to love this, I think. All right, so I'm going to open up a couple of things so I can see questions. You know, I'm going to open up StreamYard if you can give me a moment so then I can see all the questions that come up as they come. So I don't have to be so disconnected because on my screen I can't see anything. Okay, good. Let me enter the broadcast. Enter broadcast studio. Good, just give me a moment. If I use my phone. We won't be able to do that. Oh, the bubble might be blocking it. All right, let me take that banner off then. And let me take the comment off. Okay. Okay, thank you. Anything else? You said that the bubble might. Thank you for telling me that. I didn't notice. How do you feel about Coinbase as a platform? Good for beginners. I'm going to talk about that. Everyone's like, oh, Coinbase sucks. It's good for beginners. Okay. Like, let's stop it. And I'm actually going to get into this when we start. Like, y'all do too much when there's beginners who come in here. So my stuff is literally going to be for beginners, period. Okay. There's all these other things you can use, but this is for beginners. And I'm going to really stress that because if you've never done any of this, Coinbase is super easy. And that's what you need. Like me now, more experience, I jump to other stuff. But you need to ease people into it. You don't just want to shove it in. Vivica says, interested into your silver supplier. How are people storing it? Well, we'll get into that later. But I got you, girl. Okay, so let's get started. I just wish there was a way I can go into StreamYard because then I could see all the questions come up and whatever. All right, so simple strategies. I have made over $130,000. I will show you guys this in Bitcoin in 3 years with easy crypto investing strategies anyone can use. I actually prefer you use these strategies, and when you get better, do something else. But I'll just say when I coach people in my real estate investing platform, they come in with all this information. I tell them to throw it all away. We just need to do this, and this. Stop trying to do so much. I find it makes it easier. And then once you get more advanced, go from there. I am doing this because I'm just showing you exactly what to do because I want you to do it. And then when you get more advanced, you can do other things. But I want you to do it because you have to get your start. You are about to be left behind. And this is the easiest thing for you guys to do. This is like basically the beginning of the stock market. So it's also Bitcoin strategy for beginners, but if you're a real estate investor, gold bug, stock trader, or prepper like I am, you're going to understand why I'm talking about this. So we're going to go over a welcome and introduction. We are going to go over choosing an exchange, like someone just asked me about Coinbase. And I'll also talk about what all of the competing thoughts are and what place they have. The wealth strategy that I've been implementing that got me this far. Because like I said, I have knowledge of gold, prepping, end of the world, fiat. All of these things are my passions. I literally have a Black Women Preppers group, Facebook group, right? Like I know all about the collapse, fiat, gold, and silver. Like I've been in that world for like 12 years. And I brought all of this plus real estate investing and wealth accumulation there because I do rental properties, which is where the real wealth and real estate can come from. And how you can apply this to crypto and make it easy on yourself and not get so overwhelmed and get started immediately. Passive income strategies. My suggestion to pick 1 to 4 focus areas and call it a day. And I'll show you the different types of focus areas. How to stay up to date without killing yourself. Crypto makes it easy to stay up to date. You don't need to read the Wall Street Journal. Like no one has time for that. Also 7, you need to understand FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That is, and market manipulation. That is literally taking place in front of our eyes, but good thing it's easy to catch. Mass adoption, censorship, and running nodes. Because running nodes at the end of the day, which I actually might start doing in about 3 months, I'll get a virtual private server, which is a VPS, and run a node on a Linux platform that's hosted in like Singapore or whatever country that has really cool laws. Part of us running nodes is part of the decentralization because the big boys are mass adopting right now and they want to control, like they've been controlling everything else. So that is our responsibility once you get to that level and you're comfortable doing it. So I can see on my Facebook that Tenny is saying, at least get Coinbase Pro. I will, but you don't have to when you're new. Okay. So I'm actually going to go over that. We need to understand when people are new, Coinbase Pro is not easy. Okay. It's not. So we're going to really focus on this is for beginners. And I'm going to go into other things you can do. But if you're a beginner, where I would suggest you go so you get started. Khadija too said, awesome. Derek says a little off topic. Are you still seeing people with sub 30K right now? Absolutely. Yeah. We're looking at houses every day. I have a client in Texas, one in California, and one in Michigan right now. Oh, and Virginia. So yeah, still taking clients. We're still buying properties. Monique says, do I feel like it's too high to buy right now since historically it dips and then takes 1 to 5 years to rise again? Well, look at this chart that I just put up because you remember when it ran up to like $17,000? I bought then. And then it went down. Okay. Right? I bought then. Okay. I'm still up. Are you with me? I bought when it was 17,000. I bought Ether when it was 700 and 1,200, and then it fell to 200. I've been sitting on those coins for 3 years. But what did I say? 3 to 4 years is the life cycle. All right. So I bought at that high point, and then it crashed. But there was something that high point told me, like, oh, this is mainstream now. All right. So this is mainstream because this makes way more sense than all of the other currency manipulation that we have been using. Way more sense, way more stable, way more decentralized. So not only did I buy here at the top of this market, but when it crashed like over 80%. Like my first house I lost to in foreclosure in Las Vegas, right? It lost all that money, but I also bought every single month here, in here, and here, and now I'm up here. So absolutely get in right now. Absolutely get in. I will show you a strategy. For instance, like you see these upward trends and downward trends. When it was going up, I would put $200 a month. So if you can do 100 or 50, do that. When it was going down, I would actually put 400 so I can accumulate more. So every time it was trending down, I would make an adjustment to my auto recurring payment. So it was automatic recurring payment. And then it went up and then I'd pull back. But if, towards here, I stopped pulling back. I'm like, well, let's just keep the money in. Okay. Monique, that's when you bought, girl. It's okay because that to me, I already knew it made sense. I I already knew it made sense. And that was just like, oh, so we finally got over the hump for mainstream. And that's all I needed. Did it make sense? More sense? I'm a gold bug. I'm a prepper. Like, I'm thinking the collapse of the dollar is going to come any second for the last 10 years, right? So this form of currency makes more sense because we control it. It's decentralized. It's transparent. It's not based off of any dollar. It's based off of it's here. This is what it is. And they've built the infrastructure around it. And we're going to talk about that infrastructure coming forward. So you can start. Do you want to wait for the dip? I just say put it, like I said, when it was going up, I scaled back. So maybe if you're scared it's going to fall again, put $20. But like when it's high and, but when it's like it drops, you'll put like 80, right? Like it's okay to scale up and down if you're unsure of the market. It's okay to go, okay, it just rose exponentially. And I don't think it's going to crash, to be honest, but it might come down. So maybe not put as much, but I do know that this is the future and I'm going to show you everything. Like everything I'm saying isn't like Lisa hopeful or wishing. I'm going to show you everybody and their mama is buying this now and they want your crypto coins. So we're actually going to talk about that. Don't give them your crypto. That's why everyone's accepting the payment. Don't you do it. And I'm going to show you what payment to use instead. So over the last 3 years, since December 2017, when it went mainstream and it climbed all the way to 17,000, but it was at like 2,000 forever, that's when I got in the market. Everybody was talking about it, but then there was some pump and dumps later, and then it went back down. But I knew at that time that it was going to be the future. You've heard me before, if you looked at my other live streams, I always said, if you read books and novels, if you're very intuitive, you know that some of these books and novels like Black Mirror and whatnot, these aren't just made up things. They're like literally timelines and other dimensions. So like, I know that might sound crazy to you, but like to me, it's obvious. Oh yeah, that literally can or will happen, right? Like this isn't like, oh, it's just a made up joke. No, that happened. And they're showing us what's going to happen if we continue on this path. Like it's not, it's the future. So there's this, this is going to sound silly, but there's a novel I read called the Vakorsigan series, which is like a sci-fi novel, which is all about digibits and multibits and digital currency. And it's literally what this is. I was like, man, I knew this was real. I knew it. This is the future. This is just what they call it, predictive programming. No, this is foretelling. Sounds weird to you? Whatever. I know it's real. It's been working for me. Okay. So know that might sound weird, but whatever. Sometimes you gotta we get like notes. We see things or movies that make sense, like 1984, the book, and we're heading into it, right? Like it was very predictive. Like sometimes you can tell that's exactly where we'll end up if we continue along a certain path. So these books really already had digital currency in it and how it's the future for where we're going. So I always knew it just made sense as a prepper, as a gold bug, as a silver bug, as someone who's not into fiat, someone who read, the meeting at Jekyll Island, you know what I mean? The creature of Jekyll Island. I was already knowing that we weren't in the right frame, and this was the perfect alternative. And I'm going to show you that everyone else understands that now too. So during this time, I purchased during the high and I purchased during the low. Okay. I'm going to buy Dogecoin. I'm going to tell you why, not because of its utility, but because of its community. And we got to be able to understand that. So before I keep going, I'll finish this first and then I'll take some questions because I can't see them now. All right, so this is my portfolio. This is actually was this morning. I'm dead serious. And this is it now. Let me share. Share something else. And this is it now, right? Like this morning it was, can you guys see this share? So this morning it was like 89, now it's 91. This is like literally, I don't even, like it's money, it's like make-believe money. So it really is. So it was 89,000 this morning, it's 91,000 today. And that was after, it was like 92 yesterday, but I took about 3K and I put it towards Decentraland because I'm buying virtual real estate over there. So I wanted to take some of my profits and convert it into something that I know is going to be the future. If you've seen Ready Player One, these like interactive video games that everyone's hooked into. If we continue on our current trajectory, Ready Player One is going to be your world, Decentraland. So I'm buying land over there because I'm going to be one of those people who can see it, and I'm going to name the land something after my daughter so I can pass it on to her when I pass. So, and I'm just showing you because like this is real, and that's only one of my. So this is real, and I didn't do anything special. I'm going to show you. So let me stop the share and get it back to sharing. Share the PowerPoint. All right. So this is just so you know I'm not making stuff up. She said she has how much money? I'm not making things up, okay? And if you're a criminal out there, don't come from me. I'm highly spiritually protected, and you will find out the hard way like some other people have done. You don't want to do it. So that's why I'm okay sharing my stuff. Don't come for me. So that's Coinbase, Binance. I'm going to go into those exchanges, other wallets. So pretty much about, I don't know, 90, 15, 23. How much is that? 38, like 128. And I guarantee you, if I do absolutely nothing for 3 years, if I just keep what I have, it's like I can't guarantee you because I can't predict the future, but I know this will be worth 3 times its value because as mass adoption, the value just goes up. These are finite tokens, finite supplies that everyone realizes you can make a lot of money. And I'm going to show you that. Okay. So I'm actually going to skip ahead to this one chart. It's at the back, but I want to show you what is going on right now. And then I'll switch back. So I looked at the total 24-hour volume this morning when I was putting this together. And you have Tether because the United States really wants to be important. They're putting so much money into Tether. All this fiat dollars they're putting into Tether so that they're not left behind, so that people aren't looking for Bitcoin over Tether. Look at $148 billion, okay, in Tether alone the last 24 hours. That means that much money traded it. That means that many people are investing either in selling or buying it. So just trading volume. And when I choose coins, I look at the trading volume. Is it like $5,000 worth of sales or current transactions were made? Or was $5 billion worth of transactions made? Where's the money at? The money is in the $5 billion one. So you want to look into that because some things are hype. And, oh, shoot. No. We can't do this. We can't do this. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Busy. Hold on. I have to tell someone I'm busy because they're going to call back if I don't. Okay, where are we? There we go. Thank you, guys. All right. So this isn't Lisa, right? Oh, is Lisa? Are you just no, it's not Lisa. Look at the Dow. Hey, you can go look this up yourself. 24-hour trading volume, 138 million. More people believe in EOS than they do in the Dow Industrial Average. Okay? The tipping point. The tipping point. Sorry if I'm looking over here, but I can see the questions. Do you see what I mean? More people invested in EOS than the NASDAQ, than the S&P 500 in the last 24 hours, and the Dow Jones. What does that tell you? You tell me. I'm looking at the comments. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? If you're on the fence, what does this tell you? That one coin, these are just a 7. I could have taken, there's like hundreds. These are just the top 7s in the last 24 hours. Okay. What does that tell you? Come on, I'm waiting for the answers. Yo, did I say tipping point? You see why I was working so hard to get this out to you guys? We're going to talk. No, I'm going to come back and talk about this one right there. Do you see why? You see why I'm like, oh, we're there. They know, and I know. We know. Right? The dollar's doomed. Or just like, if you want to make money, the money's in crypto. Money's not in more money in freaking, what was that coin? I don't even know what the coins, it was EOS. I have EOS. It ain't even that good of a coin. Yet the technology is still being built. But more money was in EOS than the Dow was traded, or transactions happened in the last 24 hours than the Dow Industrial, the S&P, and the NASDAQ combined the last 24 hours. Okay. So that means the retirement money, and we're going to talk about that because there's institutional bankers getting in because people are like, you better put my retirement money in there. So much money through our retirement funds goes into the stock market. Okay. That's trillions. Everyone wants to get their money on. And more people said, no, I'd rather put my money in crypto than that. That was like 1/10 of one coin, 1/10 of the 7th coin of that day. Okay. Does that tell you what we're dealing with? Do you get it? Tell me that you see what I see. I'm not making anything up. I'm literally going to show you we're here. You just need to understand how to correlate that to be able to see what's going on. And I do feel that is one of my gifts. I can see like, okay, let me see so wow. There was more work and more money invested in one coin that's not even a top coin in 24 hours than all 3 of these stock markets combined. Bitcoin's where the money. So is there any surprise with me just showing you that my little $200 a month has gone to $130,000? That over 3 years that it went that high? I mean, with what I just showed you, does it make sense with what I just showed you why the little I put in grew so much and how it's just the tip of the iceberg? Lisa's not blowing smoke. We're here. It's just if you don't see it, you're not going to know how in it we are. Right. EOS isn't even that great. I'm just like, it's like a coin. It has hope and promise. It's not there yet like the other chains are. It's not even like, to me, it's not even that great of a coin. Ether is, Bitcoin is, not this one. But more was done. That was only like a 5th of the trading there. So yes, my little $200 a month has ballooned. Okay? Look at that money. So when I tell you to get started now, do you see what I mean? We are at a point where all this money that used to go into the stock market is being poured into these things. So even the 3-cent coin is now $1. Okay? And you know, those 3-cent coins, like I'll buy like $100 worth, right? So I'll have like 700, I'll just have a large amount. And even if I did nothing, just because all that money that was there is going into here and we're not even global yet. I mean, we're global, but we're not even mass adopted globally. That is why I'm saying it is not too late. We are at the beginning of what the stock market was. But not only that, it's bigger. It's bigger than that. It's global. It's decentralized. It's going to be everywhere. So I hope that graphic explains why I'm sitting here going, yeah, it's 130,000 and it's going to be worth easily 10 times more as mass adoption. And I even have a mass adoption pyramid that we need to look at that have been happening. And I'm going to show you that. So if you're worried about, should I get in? Yeah, because we're not even at the tip of the iceberg. Okay. Hey, Tara. Oh, it's okay. Just, do what I tell you to do. And then when you get comfortable, do your own thing. I want to level up. Easy. And you guys know me. I don't care if you have $5 a week. And I'm going to just say this. I know homeless people who can save $5 a week. Okay. If you're not homeless, you better be putting $5 a week towards this minimum. If that's all you have, it's okay to start where you want to start. Okay. There are functional drug addicts that do my lawn care. Okay. That can put $20 a month away. You can do it too. Do not let this pass. I showed you, and I haven't even showed you the rest of the thing. Honestly, if I left now, you guys would be like, oh, I see all the money is pouring into this. No wonder it's going crazy. No wonder, right? Even if I just left right now, you should have a clarity of understanding what's going on, okay? Anonymous Facebook user says, I'm interested in this. I need to start. How? I'm going to get into that. All right. So I'm going to go. I just wanted to stop and just see if you guys are tracking with me and understanding why I'm sitting here like, yeah, I have 130,000. You can have 130,000. It don't matter. Like everybody can have 130,000. And if you're worried about it being the top of the market, just put a small amount. But you have to at some point understand, like when the first computer was made, you had to at one time understand this was the future, right? I want you with that same thinking looking at crypto. This is the future. And what are computers now? I have multiple. I have literally have this laptop, a laptop underneath it, and 2 phones. So in 1984, when my mom bought an Apple, she didn't know anything other than that. This was the future, okay? This is the future. So if I just ended right now, you would understand why you want to get a piece of it, even though it's exponentially risen. Let me get to that, Sheldon. How do you start? I'll get to it. Okay, so part of this is mindset, and the other part is strategy. Part of it is recognizing trends. Recognizing, hey, working from home is going to always be a good thing. And having an internet-based business, that's a great thing too. Hey, if I'm a small business and being on social media, that's wonderful as well. Someone asked me about the crypto training. Now, go to my webpage. Okay. Sorry, let me just get this person on over here. Let me just tell her profile. Someone just messaged me to know about the training. All right, so we'll keep going. But so before I go though, who's tracking? Who's tracking with me? Who's understanding what I'm seeing? Who's seeing what I'm seeing? Who's understanding why I made the gains I did? Why it makes sense I made the gains I did? And why it's okay for you to join in? And tell me, do you see this as the future or a passing? Like to me, this is like the computer. It's like the railroad. You knew it was going to be revolutionary. And you knew it was going to be the future. It just made sense. And I'm really intuitive, so I do have an internal thing that's like, yep, this is it. But who gets me? Is Robinhood a good platform for Bitcoin? No. And I'll get into that. You see it, Signy? Okay. Khadija, okay, good. So you guys are with while I'm sitting here going, you can have this money too, right? You get it? Yeah, it's exponentially high. So just put a little. If that's all your fear mechanism will let you do. Now, people like me who've been doing this for 3 years, I went from $200 a month to $400 a month. Now I put $600 a month in my 401k in coins. And honestly, I'm putting more because I had that 3 to 4 year life cycle to see what's going on. And I also see the mass adoption, which I'm going to point out, just like I did those other stats. Right, 2017, right. Tune it, Tunny. I would love to see your portfolio because I'm sure it's nice too. Okay. Everyone's tracking. All right. Everyone's asking me the same question, which is next. So you guys are very clairvoyant. Just wanted to point that out. All right. So let me share my screen again and we'll go back. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm so glad you guys are tracking with me. Actually, to be honest, I'm like, dang, Lisa, that is a pretty good, that is a pretty good analysis. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, sometimes I put stuff together. I was like, yeah, that's good. Where was I? I was channeling. All right. So introduction to the easy way of investing in cryptocurrency. It's not hard at all. It's more about just understanding. Once you understand it's the future, once you understand the kind of money that's flowing into it, it's easy to just go, let me just get a little piece. Okay. Just a little piece. I don't need it all, but my little piece has flown. So cryptocurrency is the wild, wild west. And I know I've won some, I've lost some. Honestly, I've gotten hacked. I haven't gotten hacked, but the government had confiscated some of my crypto I'm trying to get back. So there was a so it's called KYC, know your customer. And so US is like, if you don't know your customer, we're going to come after you. And Cryptopia was where you got all these like coins that weren't on the big exchange. So I went there and like the government seized it and confiscated it. So now I have to go through this claims process. Like they still have my stuff and I can like, because it's just sitting there and I can get it back because it was just like they were holding it's our property and they were storing it. But just, it is the Wild West. Things that were stable can get hacked. Okay. And we got to understand that. I don't have all my money in one place. Okay. I don't have all my crypto in one place. It's spread across different platforms. That helps. And I'll get more into it later. So many times when new investors ask for advice, I find the reason I made this is because people make it so complicated. They just don't know how to teach new people. they talk to people as if they're experienced. And I'm like, oh, you guys are doing too much. So I'm in this group called Black People in Cryptocurrency. And there's a new person. They're like, go spend hours reading a book. And I'm like, no one's going to do that. Like, why are you making it hard? And I don't know. Sometimes when you're in these groups, it shows why as a Black community, we're not there because people don't make space to really nurture our young. And I'm like, oh, well, look, how are we going to grow if we can't even take the time to think about we versus me? But, and I just kept noticing in other spaces as well. When I went to YouTube, I was like, why are y'all making it so complicated? I'm doing this thing. I don't have to explain blockchain at this point. I don't have to explain digital. I'm not even going to any of that. You don't need that at this point. It is too developed for me to show you how to make money and get started and get some of them trillions and billions of dollars that are flowing through the top 7 currencies. I didn't go through like the 300 that are like, that was the top 7 because that was the only screenshot I wanted to make going into this market, outclassing the Dow Jones by 1,000 to 1 in the top 50 coins alone. Like, yeah, this is where you're going to make money. And yeah, it's astronomical because of the amount of money that's going into it. So it's overwhelming. I'm going to make this simple. I'm not going to talk about super technical stuff at all, which is sort of a difference. You don't need super technical right now. So let's get this out of the way. I'm not a certified financial advisor or financial planner or whatever they call themselves. I'm sure they told you not to invest in crypto, but I'm just sharing mindset and strategies that work for me. The things that I am seeing that lets me know, oh my gosh, we have so much more to go. If this is just the tip of the iceberg and half of you guys don't even know what it is, oh my God, when you guys wake up, I mean, my 130 is going to be what? 1 million? Like, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? When you guys wake up, the people here, because right now it's been a segment of society, but what if it's 25% of society, not 4, right? With the amount of money going into this, can you imagine the astronomical growth? Okay. And also pay attention, who are doing these videos like, I made $1 million in Bitcoin. Who are we? We're young, we're Black, we're white, we're males, we're females, but we're under the age of 40. Okay. And that is why I'm going to show you at the end. JP Morgan Chase is getting in on the game. Tesla bought 1.5 billion yesterday. Nissan is now taking crypto. That is why. Because they're looking at us talking about, I have 130K, and that's easily a mass adoption. Gotta be 10, 20 times what it is now. And they know it, and now they're trying to take your Bitcoins, and you're not going to give it to them because you don't know the game. I'm going to put you up on game. All right? So I'm going to read a couple of comments on my phone. Oh, Monique. So Monique says she can't get her a little bit of coins off Binance. Binance. Okay, so I had to go to Binance because they're closing it down for U.S. customers. What I did is you can convert them into BNB, and then I traded my BNB over into Binance US, the portal they made for us. So go ahead and find out how to convert. You can trade it or convert it. Convert's better. Like, oh my gosh, I wish I could find it for you. But there's a way on Binance where you convert, just get a VPN, go through Canada or Spain or something, get in there, convert all the little bit of coins that you can't transfer because the gas fees are too much to transfer. Go ahead and make them BNB, which is, I got 92 BNB coins and it's like $100 a coin. Okay. Transfer it to BNB, which is going to go even higher, right? And we're going to talk about exchange coins because they've been a big part of my growth and strategy because, you know, picture getting in the Dow when it was $500, right? So you can't go wrong. So like I said, this is strategy and mindset that's getting me to this point. I'm not just randomly buying crypto. And I'm going to show you guys that. So that's what you can do, Monique. Go get it or ask, but yeah, so you can convert them to BNB. And then because BNB has its own protocol for transferring, it's like 4 cents to transfer it. Tony says Algorand is his favorite coin right now. Plan on becoming an ambassador and building a DApp on Algorand. Oh, I'd love to see it. You let me know. I'll share it. Bless. And Tony says I have a little BNB on Binance that I need to get off too. Yep. Go ahead and convert it. Okay. Someone else says they're interested in an event. Go to my profile. On now profile. I need a producer, but you know, I'm not. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. So it's overwhelming. Not a certified financial planner. They probably told you not to do crypto. They're trash. They've always been trash, to be honest. Oops, sorry. I have helped more people with my non-certified butt behind thousands get real financial freedom and wealth. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. Now, this is not everything you can do. So I'm going to be talking about this. People are like, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? This is for beginners. I'm going to know, hey, I know about those, but you don't have to do it if it's too much. Okay. So if someone comes in and was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You need to transfer it to a cold storage. Yeah, we know that is advanced. It's not the start of this journey. Okay. We're going to take you to the start. Things that I've been very comfortable with the last 3 years. Doesn't mean Binance won't get hacked. They're trying, but I'm going to talk about what we do for security, which is layer as much as possible to make sure it doesn't happen. Also, a lot of them, and I'm going to tell you, some are FDIC insured. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. And that's why I like some of the ones. So we're like, get an offline line. Don't do Coinbase. Do Coinbase. Store your bit off. Just keep your money in ETH and BTC. Don't go for all those shit coins. Oh, they call them shit coins. Sorry. Should I sell my Bitcoin? HODL. What's HODL? XRP is going to the moon. XRP is crap. It's too much. And they're sophisticated arguments, but they're not given the nuance of that. So it's very overwhelming. So I'm going to cut through all that noise. So if I come on and people are like, oh, you should just tell them, hey, this is for beginners. So if it's, I don't know. Honestly, if I see them, I'll be like, hey, this is for beginners. That's more advanced. This is fine. They can do that later once they become more comfortable, or you can say it. But I'm going to, because it's very interesting to me. And I'll give you a little story. When I started doing real estate investing on Bigger Pockets, I would do videos for investors. And one person was like, oh, this is a fluff article. I was like, I'm not talking to you. Okay. It's like when I get a review and like I target Black professionals, I get someone who's clearly not a Black professional, like getting mad at my stuff. Oh, you did this and this. And I'm like, you're not my target audience. Okay. Can you stay in your lane and I stay in mine? So there's a lot of things you can do in crypto. I'm going to give you the easiest. I might mention the others, but honestly, if you haven't gotten started and you're worried, just do what I'm telling you the easy way. And then as you gain more experience and skills, you can branch out just like I did. Okay. You could spend an hour a year on this. You can honestly just put $10 in BTC, $10 in Ether a month or every week, $10 in some exchanges. You can do $50 a month, and I'll tell you what to do. You will literally be on top if you just did that. If you just did, starting right now with that at $47,000, starting right now. Okay, that is what I'm going to show you. But you can spend 5 hours a month. Lately, I've been about 2 hours a month tops, but now I'm so excited. Now I'm like about 13, 15, because look at the money that's going into this. So how do you buy crypto? You need to choose an exchange. The easiest way is to choose an exchange. There's other ways to get crypto, and exchange is the easiest. So there's a lot of technical terms I'm not going to throw at you right now. I do know it. There's centralized exchange versus decentralized. I'm not going to do that. And I have to say this because you guys are going to be like, and stop. I'm just going to say the easiest way to get started, okay? There are a lot of exchanges. I'll start with the easiest ones. I'm not going into that level of detail because I want you to start. The 3 that I recommend for new investors to get started, to get comfortable before they start branching out, is Binance US, Coinbase, and Cash App. All 3 of these, you own your private keys. You can move your information around. They get you started in understanding how you can make passive income, stake, earn interest. They also, especially, Binance has a large array of coins available. Now, you have to be more of a highly vetted coins to be on Coinbase and Binance. So you're not going to get just any coin that just comes out, but hasn't made a name or reputation for itself. And that's when you start going on these other exchanges, which are not as well known, which are decentralized, to get access to those coins. But if you're starting out and you're nervous, just do these. It's easy. They'll show you that you can stake, how to stake. And Coinbase even has these things where they do tutorials where they teach you, and you can earn like $2, $3 here just by learning about a coin. And I'm actually going to tell you how Coinbase, because of its huge footprint and PayPal and Cash App, that if a coin goes on Coinbase, you need to pay attention to it because it has so many eyes. And with it being so high value, if something comes on, it's like 3 cents, it's going to get coins just because people want to get in and they feel their $50 will go so much further on a 3-cent coin than on Bitcoin at 47. So I pay attention to Coinbase coins because even if you don't like it, you got to understand the retail investor, when they get in on the game, that's when markets move. Okay. So do not use, I like them because you can look into their insurance policies. I know Coinbase has some level of FDIC like insurance, not if like someone hacks into your account, but if they lose it. But check me on that. I always go back to that page and check every few years. Cash App is good because it's easy. Everyone has Cash App. They make it easy to buy and you can take your payment on and off. Now, don't use any place where if you buy the crypto, you can't move it off. PayPal is one of it, and some of these investment firms and mutual funds are like that. You can't take your money off the exchange. So if you say for the last 3 years, I bought all this crypto and it's worth $47,000, I am not going to sell my crypto. I want to take a loan against it. I cannot move that to a place to get a loan off of PayPal because they own it. I'd have to sell it. But whatever I buy crypto, Bitcoin for now, it's not going to be what I purchased it for over the last 3 years. So that's why you need to understand the wealth mindset of not selling an asset. Okay. So any place where you cannot move your crypto off of that exchange, do not do it, and advise everyone not to do it. Okay. All right. So I like Coinbase, Binance, and Cash App. There are so many. If you're new, stick with this. And then there's going to be coins you want to get. You have to go to another exchange to get it. And then you'll have to sign up for that exchange. You'll have to go through that process and learn that exchange. But start here so that you can get a feel for what's going on and how the market's moving. So where do you store your crypto? You can choose a wallet. Super easy. There's hundreds out there. I'm not going to talk about hundreds. You don't need to do all that. All right. You can leave your crypto on whatever exchange that you purchase. Like I can leave it on Coinbase. I put that little star asterisk to just say, put your authentication up. I was listening to, one level authentication is them sending you a text message. Put up a second one where they use Google Authenticator or Authy. Those are things that give you like a little private key that lasts for like 30 seconds. So if you put in the private key and it matches up, you can get in. So it has 2 levels. You have to have access to the private key as well as the cell phone. Now, why do you want to double layer up? There is a scam where people will go to a Verizon worker and go, hey, I'll pay you $10,000 to give me 20,000 phone numbers. And they'll get the phone numbers and match it with the name and try to find out what all their bank codes are. And then if they find someone that has like a name and an email address that has an account somewhere, and they're like, oh, we sent you a text message, they'll port the number into like Google or some other software so that it reroutes that number to them, and then they can get in, right? And they don't need your cell phone for that. They just need an insider who they paid. Somebody's making $15 an hour and, they pay them 10,000, right? Like, I'm not saying it's right. You couldn't buy me, but there's a lot of people you can buy. And, but if you have your authentication and the SMS, if they don't have this, they can't just do that. So hacks happen. They happen everywhere. They happen at Bank of America. They happen this. That's why I generally like exchanges. And I always look to see what their insurance policy is in case they are hacked. And the ones I'm going to recommend, I'm going to tell you, like Uphold, I'm going to recommend for buying and spending your crypto. They have insurance. I literally was emailing them back and forth about the insurance. Okay. So you can leave it on the exchange, but just up your authentication, right? As you get more comfortable advanced, most people say, hey, these like my Cryptopia, right? Like my coins are still there. Now I'm going to get it because it was a government seizure and they didn't like liquidate it. It's our property. But I have to wait to get it. Whereas if I had purchased it and put it on an offline wallet, like this Trezor I have right here, which is one of the noted offline wallet that's pretty stable. It wouldn't have mattered if they seized it because I had my crypto. So there are a lot of people that are like, go ahead and get an offline wallet. I will say I've done this for 3 years. I have not got an offline wallet. So I am purchasing one now after 3 years. So if all of this stuff is thrown at you and you don't want to do it, I'm just saying I've been 3 years. I've been fine. I got locked out of Binance and Coinbase twice. I had to send them my ID, who I was. I got it authenticated. It took like 4 days. I got in. Okay. So you can get in with these bigger exchanges that are centralized or just have the know your customer. The ones that made you jump through all of the rigorous hoops that like a bank goes through, those tend to be very stable and they have a lot of money invested in security. So there's different types. There's cold storage, which is like a physical because it's cold. And then there's just like a regular offline wallet that can be on your desktop or on your phone. I prefer one on your phone because I think, honestly, just in my mind and intuitively, computers get hacked more so than like phones. But like I said, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So, I mean, I don't have all my eggs in one basket. You hope for the best, right? So choosing an offline wallet, you can do Uniswap, Celsius, and Exodus. I'm going to talk about Celsius because they have really high yields, meaning you earn 6, 7, 8, up to 16% interest just on storing it in their wallet. And it's to incentivize more people to have the wallet on their chain and in their block system, which also builds their brand and value. So they're offering really lucrative rates. Exodus is great, and Trust Wallet, because I didn't mention Trust Wallet. There's so many more. There's so many out there. Now, I didn't really get into these other wallets until recently because I had to get all my coins off Binance. Binance started in China, then they moved to Hong Kong because China was trying to regulate them. And then all of a sudden, like they said, if you're US, because of our laws, because the US government is trying to crack down. And, you know, we're trying our hardest to fight against it. But because of those laws, they're like, we can't take US customers because we don't do the know your customer, da 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 da. Yeah, they're like, you have to close your account in 2 weeks. So like, I have all these little coins that like haven't gone anywhere yet. I know they're gonna go here as more people get in because they're like, oh, this coin's 10 cents. You know, that's gonna push it up because the money has to go somewhere, right? And more money is going to go in these lower price altcoins than Bitcoin, because 47,000 just sounds so big to people. You got to understand it's automatically these other coins that have not yet proven themselves, but they're at a low price, do seem very, very tempting. And I had to choose something. So that's why I got these offline wallets, because Exodus has all these weird coins that they're not the big major ones, but they're small ones that still, you know, one day might do something. That's why I got it. So if you just kept it on the exchange, so anything could happen. So it's a little bit of a risk. I've been fine, but I am eventually going towards cold storage, eventually going towards offline. Okay. Different wallets will offer different perks for staking or earning interest. So when I was doing Trust Wallet, if it was Trust Wallet, Exodus, or Celsius, I looked at that interest rate when I was transferring off Binance before I did it. And now I'm going to transfer a lot off of Coinbase. I left it up there literally just for you guys to see the portfolio. I'm actually going to transfer them off into other wallets because I can make 6 to 15% interest rates on about 7 or 8 of those coins that are on Coinbase, right? So that is why you're going to want to do it. All right, wealth strategy. What I'm going to do now is the same mindset that got me this, like wealth strategy. We're not just doing things and taking actions. It's a strategy of how we look at items, okay? The same strategy that says, hey, well, let's look at how much money is going into this. Okay, more money went into this number 7 rinky-dink coin than the NASDAQ, Dow, and S&P last night. All of that was just a fifth of one rinky-dink 7th ranked coin. So obviously trillions of dollars are going into this, right? Like that's a wealth strategy, being able to look at the big picture where the money's rooted at, okay? So understanding the life cycle of the asset to know when to strategically buy, when to hold, and when to treat as an asset. Because they want your money now, okay? You're not going to give it to them. So if you've been around long enough, you know, every 3-4 years is basically a full life cycle. It's enough to know if the company is bust or pass. So there are coins I bought for like, they were like 0.003 cents, 0.003 cents. So I have like 1,500 of them and it's worth like $10, right? Like I'm not going to sell them. Some I have converted, but most of them just not going to sell them because I'm like, it's $15. Just leave it. You know, if the company, and then I'll look up the company. If the company's not doing anything, I'll convert it. If like they haven't done anything in a year. But some companies are doing stuff, but it's like it takes them 4 years, right? Not 3, because it's a big, big project. And if they're still working, I'm like, I'm going to keep you because you might break through. When your technology gets up and running from the technology stage to this, you're going to be a superstar and have 1,500 to 2,000 of your coins. Okay. So that's okay. 3 to 4 years is a life cycle. That's enough time to see if the development is continuing, if it stopped, if it halted, if more partnerships are being made, are they working, are they not? I say stop trying to time the market. Sometimes you can, but waiting for the dip will have you left out of the wealth building, okay? And like I said, 1/5 of money that was traded on the NASDAQ, Dow, and S&P alone, 1/5 of that compared to like one rinky-dink EOS coin randomly, more money was put in there at 5 times the rate than all of those 3 combined. Trust and wait, we have a long, long, long way to go for this market.
is huge. It's global. So dollar cost averaging is a methodology. When employed strategically, it's all you need to do. In a nutshell, you just buy the same amount each month. Again, 3 to 4 year cycle. You buy it high, you buy it low, but it generally averages out. Okay. And we're going to go more into detail because but basically that's all you're going to do. But there's a life cycle. And I really want to go into this and then I'll open up for questions. Because if you get this right, you'll understand. Right now, everyone's like, we're accepting Bitcoin. We're accepting Bitcoin. Don't you sell your Bitcoin because they want it. They're late to the game, but they understand the money to be made. You know that little analysis I did? I'm sure they do it too. I'm sure Lisa isn't. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that information about was pretty amazing. To note that. You can look it up yourself. Just look at the 24-hour trading volume. That's it. Okay. And that was last night. So we're already past the tipping point, which is why I'm putting this out. So this is what you need to understand. And this is how I'm framing it. So this is going to be a little bit of experiment, but you got to understand, I look at things with these eyes the same way I look at what I know in real estate. And in real estate, I'll give you an example. All these Black people in Brooklyn sold their brownstones for $250,000. They had probably bought it for $30,000, $40,000, right? They sold it, and now those same properties 10 years later are being sold for $1.7 million. And rich people take your money off the table. Wealthy people keep the money all the way to $1.7 million, and then they leave it to their kids, okay? And that's the difference. And if we would have known how to manage rental properties, do rentals, tap into equity, get our money up so we can get loans against that property, you could have had that property when it was $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. So I've mentioned this on my other trainings, but we're going to go deeper into this. Okay. So there is a point where I am actually investing in Uphold, and I'm going through the process of getting card where I'm going to spend my crypto, because this is how I think about. I can look over the last 10 years and go, oh, this coin's been pretty stable for all 8 years. It's not really going anywhere. It can shoot up every now and then, but it's stable. I'll put my extra personal money into that coin. And then if every 6 months or so it pumps, good. I'll take my profits off the table, put it into gold and silver, and keep it moving. But it's stable. We have 8 to 12 years worth of background to see how stable a coin is, what the community is. And yeah, that's pretty stable. Uphold also has it where, like, if you purchase gold or silver, they put it in an offline cold storage. I emailed them and asked them these questions, where it's insured by a third party. So it is insured in case anything happens or it gets stolen. And, if there's not a coin I can find, I would put it in gold and silver, because I know that's consistent. I've been investing in it for 10 years. I know it's consistently stable and it only goes up. That's where I want my money. Fiat, no way. Never again. I'm not keeping it in dollars. It's either crypto, gold, or silver. And now they're making it accessible to keep it in those items. And I know gold and silver has deep spiritual connotations. And we don't have to do it. So when it's below $5, use it as a currency. So my little, $5 this coin, $2 this coin, 3-cent Doge coin, which is trying to go to which went to 8 cents, right? Keep your little 8-cent Doge coin, put your $300 a week or $400 or $500, whatever your paycheck is, you put some in your personal account after you pay your bills, put that in there, okay? And use that if you're going to use for currency. Now, right now, they wanted me to take my one little Bitcoin, and they want me to go to like the furniture store and buy like $10,000 worth of furniture. And they want my Bitcoin. You're not getting my Bitcoin. They're not getting your Bitcoin. Oh, they can get some stupid little EOS or Algorand or Neo or Nexo or Compound. They can get something like that, but they're not getting my Bitcoin. They're not getting the asset, because Bitcoin is an asset territory now. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So if you understand this life cycle, you will understand what they're trying to do and why, and how you're going to circumvent it, but still take advantage. So you keeping your money in a stable cryptocurrency that can only go up, that's good. Okay. This is where, if you're going to buy and spend your crypto, do it in one of these currencies, not your Ether, not your Bitcoin. Okay. And then you have so many to choose from. Now, when it comes to about $5 to $1,000, so there's different coins that are worth $5 to $1,000. That's what it's like stocks. Just make sure you earn interest and you're staking as much as possible, and also can get loans against it. Okay. But once it passes the $1,000 mark, you're in asset territory. You have big ability to tap into it, to get loans against it, to take the equity, just like you take the equity out of a house. Like I buy rental properties, I'm not flipping them. So they make me money every month in rental income and passive income. But I also get, I have one property that I bought at $35,000, it's worth $90,000, right? I can tap into that equity to buy another property if I choose, right? So that's when it's an asset. You pass assets down. You continue to make money off assets forever. So when they say, yeah, spend your crypto here, you better spend some stupid altcoin. You're not spending your Bitcoin that you can keep and stake forever. You're not doing that. So I just want to say, if you get that in your mindset, you're positioning yourself not to be taken advantage of. Because if I sold my Bitcoin now, whatever I buy it today, it's a tenth of the value of what I was able to purchasing power. Yeah, a tenth of the purchasing power of what I was able to do 3 years ago. And you're losing purchasing power with the same amount of money. Okay, $100 Bitcoin today is not the same as $100 of Bitcoin, and I know this because I'm buying some land at Decentraland, and I'm like, shoot, this coin was 3 cents. But like I said, I don't time the market. If it's good, it's good. Buy it. If it's the future, it's the future. Buy it. If people have already invested, like the reason I showed you the 24-hour trading volume, people are here. I don't have to lead the way. I don't have to do anything except follow the money. I'm from Vegas. We know how to follow the money. I didn't realize how much being from Vegas probably taught me to do this stuff, right? So that's all you got to understand. So I am going to keep going. Do you guys get this? What's next? So before I go to dollar cost averaging, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to go back to StreamYard where I can see. Toomey said that information alone about the 24-hour stock investing was worth it. Oh, hey, Delars. Kelvin Courtney says, great point. Never sell your Bitcoin. And now you know why everyone wants to take it. You do not give them your Bitcoin. You have friends, you do not give them. Tell them to do another coin that's stable. You can look at a coin market cap. You can go to coin market cap and look at the whole year of that and find another coin that's low value, that's been pretty stable and pumps every now and then, and just wait on it. And when it pumps, take your profits and then keep on going. All right. That's what I'd rather do with my money, because these pumps can be 8 times the value of what you put into it. Dogecoin. Yes, it's good because it has a community. Okay. So some coins, and I'm going to get into that. What makes a coin valuable? What makes, and sometimes it's prestige, like iPhones. iPhones are not better than Samsungs. I know you iPhone snobs think it's not. My Samsung is way better than your iPhone, but there is what you guys think is prestige around it. And Bitcoin has prestige. It's just like, is a Ferrari the best car? No, but it has this prestige that was created. And so Dogecoin has prestige and value within the community. It is, they've given it a lot of energy and weight, and now it means something. Okay. It's not just a coin. So no, does it have any utility? No. Anyone making programs on top of it? No. Is it entrenched? No. But do so many people got on board and said, this is it, and this is what we're going to stand by? Yes. And they made it valuable through that unity. I wish Black people could make some stuff unified. I'm in one group where every time a Black person presents a coin, they're like, that's not good enough. I was like, can we just get on code? If we got on code just once, that coin, that guap coin, that black coin, that A coin would be over. Can we do it, please? Reddit has done it 3 times. They've done it with cryptocurrency. They've done it with Dogecoin. They have shown unity and community in Wall Street bets. We need to, as a Black community, I'm getting a little upset because I see it. I see what we're not doing it. And I'm seeing where they just decided to go on code and be on point. They did it 3 times in 1 year. We haven't done it in 400 years. Okay. Like, I'm done. We need to stop being so, that's not good enough. Stop it. It's us. It's not me. It's us. Can we get on code, please? They've done it 3 times. I'm so embarrassed sometimes, but I'm gonna start the movement. Can we get on code? All right. Let's start with the first code. A coin, guap coin, black coin. Can we make something valuable on point without everyone going, well, I don't think I like that. It's not about you. It's like, if they can do it, we can. Okay. Team Android. Oh, yeah. I really have beef with iPhone users, don't I? I always be talking mess, so I'm getting it out. Facts, team and Tara, you it depends. Are you Tara specifically? Are you talking about with it as a currency or with it as an asset? When it becomes asset, when it reaches a certain point as an asset, you don't sell it. You just loan against it, lend against it, and take the collateral. Okay. But if it's currency, yeah, spend the profit. You know, if I'm just putting $500 into this or that, like, yeah, spend the profit. You know what I mean? Like if I have an altcoin, an Uphold, or a credit card where they're like, oh, you know, you can buy and sell, spend your buy and sell your cryptocurrency, and I take my personal cash that I have and I put it there, I would spend that profit after I, like I said, located a stable, low cost coin that pumps every now and then, and you can look at the cycle of it and has a community and has some value. That's where I would spend the profits. But once it gets pretty high up, I'm not spending anything. That's an asset, especially if it's earning interest. Team Android. You have not experienced a Samsung, baby. We need to. Like, I'm in a group where, like, literally A-Coin came out. He's been 3 years working on this. He has all these investors, and they're all Chinese because guess what? He couldn't get Black people to back him. So he got people who do know what community is, and they were crapping on it. And I was just like, you can't for one moment just support something. And I'm looking at Reddit, mostly Caucasian men. Guess who knows how to be united and get on code and have unity? Them. Guess who's in charge? Them. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do that, please? Instead of everyone have to tell you why you don't think it works. Can we just go, why can't we just get on code and it's not about me and it not being up to standards, but maybe we take this standard and this standard and this standard. Oh, Guapcoin doesn't have any utility. That's okay. It's just a simple coin. So is Potcoin. I spent $100 on Potcoin. I don't even smoke pot. It just made sense. And now it's like nothing, but you know, it's just like, oh, we're just going to use Potcoin for buying pot. You know, it didn't do anything, but like, I'm just like, I gave them white boys money. I can't give us money. Like, come on, like chill. There's room for super high technical stuff here, but there's room for like Akon working 3 years on $1 billion project. Can't 3 years. And he has not given up. We have to learn to be united, people. We need to grow up because we act like children and we get treated like children as a collective. I don't, because I'm not a child, but we act like it. And I see it, and I'm calling us out. We need to stop. They did it 3 times. Start a group. Do Blackstreet bets. Let's see if we can do one thing united. Can we do one thing united other than for like 2 minutes because that's our attention span? Show me, prove me wrong, please. But make sure it's worth it, okay? Make sure it's not something dumb. I'll do it for Black Lives Matter. Let's just do it for one coin. Make all of ourselves rich at the same time like they did with GameStop. Get our reparation money ourselves through our unity and stop looking to them for advice because we really can. So I hope my words go, share this. Share it far and wide. Maybe I'll get in someone's ear and show them that we are so, like, I'm showing this because I want you to be on board, but we act like children and they've done it 3 times and we can't learn to get outside of me to we and accept all of us, even if it's not to your high standards. Okay? So we don't do that in my group. My group, we're not like that. We're not crabs in the barrel. We're all rising in my group, but that's why I'm still here, right? Because I'm not trash. I'm not. All right. I heard of facts. Okay, I'm going to go back to it. So, I don't know. We got an extra hour. We got an extra hour. The coin is called, well, I know there's a coin called code. No, I was saying we need to get on code because Reddit has done it 3 times. Okay, like they literally do. They keep doing it and showing us how to do it. But there's 3 coins made by Black people. I know there's a Black coin, there's a Guap coin, and a coin. Akon made a coin because of his $1 billion plan. He's been working 3 years and he's still making it. Like, can we get on code, all buy it, run it up, sell it? Like, come on. Like, they've done it a million times because of unity. That's it. Just unity and not trying to be like, well, I think my idea's better. That's not good enough. But I see this happening. So it's not like some mythical thing. It's literally us. And, you know, we need to grow up. Sorry. Raymond said, I missed you so much. Just got here. Oh, you got to start at the beginning. All right. You got me, Monique. For the culture. So, Doge to the moon. All right, let's go back. Oh, got it. And Marie said, he's like, I think you were like, is the coin called code? No. I said, we need to get on code, like just once, and not for some, I don't know, not like Black Lives Matter. We did it, but I don't know. Can we do it to make money? Can we do it like for a one-time pump and dump? Maybe twice? And can we be quiet about it so no one knows we're doing it? Okay, I'm gonna get back to it. All right, so I'm laughing because I really did stop just to say all that, didn't I? All right, I have my daughter with me. She is getting she going to bed late tonight. She's watching Funny and the Crew. She likes YouTube. Okay, let's keep going. So you understand the wealth. Oh, before I go, you guys understand this wealth cycle? You understand where I'm coming from with this? Let me go back to StreamYard. You understand the wealth cycle? Let me know if you understand what I meant by, currency at this stage, money at this stage, asset at this stage. Does that make sense to you? Can you dig that? Can you buy into it and not let these people take your money? Do you get it? Does it make sense? You think I'm wrong? I'm okay if you guys are like, well, maybe did it, but that's how I've been doing it. It's how I see it. It just makes so much sense that way. Not to put to keep your asset and make wealth off of it, and use your asset and spend the low cost ones. Does it make sense? Okay. All right. So we'll go back. All right. So I'm going to go through this sort of fast. So dollar cost averaging and wealth strategies need to be combined at certain stages. DCA is purchased the same amount each month or week, regardless if the coin is trending up or down. Okay. This works out in the long run, just like in stocks. Just like what? What do they say about the stock market? Don't sell when it's scary. It's going to eventually be up. The Dow Jones is at 31,000. Makes no sense, but with all the pumping and dumping by the Treasury, I guess it does. The Treasury is trying to because now I told you guys about how there was more money sold in one stupid coin last 24 hours than on the NASDAQ, the Dow, and the S&P combined. The Treasury does not want to lose its standing as the number one source of where money should go. So I'm sure they're pumping. The reason the Dow's 31,000, they're taking all that money in the Treasury and just pumping it right into it, So it works in the long run, just like stocks, because sometimes this is like stocks, especially with initial coin offerings. One key strategy is to increase my DCA when it's trending down and decrease when it's going up. So, when Bitcoin is going up, instead of, I scaled down how much my dollar. So I was like, oh, let's change it to $100 a month. Okay. And then when Bitcoin was going down, I was like, let's get more because I wanted to accumulate. So that's I'm just listening to the news. I'm like, Bitcoin going down. I'm like, okay, let me increase my DCA so I can acquire more. Bitcoin shooting up. All right, let me just scale back a little bit because, but now that I've been 3 to 4 years, I've seen the whole wealth life cycles. I see what's going on. I see where the money's at. I see mass adoption. Now we're just going for it. All right. So just like your 401k, just like your mutual fund, just put $50 away a month. You only care about the swings when there's a major dip. Like when Bitcoin a couple of years ago was 10,000 and it pulled back to 3,000. That is when I actually purchased my whole Bitcoin. Okay. Because I had $1,500-$1,600 worth at that point. And then it went from 10,000 to 3,000, 3,500 for one day. And I saw it. And I bought 1,500. And that's how I got my whole Bitcoin. You heard that? So one big dip, I was like, ooh, I'm about to get some one day. So if you're like, is this here to, yes, I wish it would have been there longer. It was only able to dip from 10 to 3.5 for one day before so many people bought it. It went right back up to 10. It hasn't seen it in a long time. It's not going back. I remember, if you got here, I showed you all that volume going into cryptocurrency. It's not going back with that much money, more money than all of our stock markets combined. And that was only a tenth of 1 days of trading. It's not going back. So your little $100 a month, $200 a month can literally end up being $130,000 a month because of the money. At least it's not magic. I do magic. I'm really good at magic. It's probably why this is happening to me because I've been manifesting some big stuff. But just the amount of money flowing in here, $1 with that much money, $1 can become 1,000. Okay. So, yeah. You can also DC, and these are just like, I mean, this is it, guys. Like, I'm not, this is it. This is literally like, now I'm all in, and this is like my 401k money. So if you have 100, do 100. Okay. This is my 401k money. I'm self-employed. So about 25% of my money goes into my 401k. So it's like, I have a little bit of flexibility, but it was like $200. Now this is like more because, I've seen this 3-4 year cycle, seeing everything going on, things I've showed you. Now I know we're in this till the end. Now I'm like, how much can I do? Like, now I'm doing all my money. And we're just buying right now. It's not going into fiat. It's going to go into, gold, silver, and all this stuff. Okay. But yeah, you can do $5 a month. Can you do $5 a month? Oh, Toonie, I have like, how many av do I have? Dude, I have like 30 av. And I bought them when they were like I think that I bought them when they were like $30, or no, probably like $5. And I was worth like 500. And I'm gonna get to that strategy as well, the things I focus on. So I want to ask you guys. So you tell me, after watching that, if you're gonna get involved and you're gonna start, tell me how much money will you, after watching this and seeing the numbers, how much money, I want you guys to post in the comments, will you start putting away per week, per month, per pay period? Please write it in. I want to see some numbers. Do not watch all of this. Do not get these strategies. Honestly, I'm doing this for my community, and everyone can see, and of course you're welcome to it. But even white folks don't know this, okay? I'm showing you stuff they don't know right now. Now, I don't want you watching this and not doing anything with it, okay? Like, who is, as a beginner or even someone who's in it, tell me how much you're putting in. I'm going to tell you, I'm like $700 a month now. Basically, all of my money, a quarter of the money, any money I make each week goes into it. Come on, give me some numbers. Give me per week or per month what you can do. Some people, every pay period, you have $10. I don't care. You put your $10 because your $10 will easily be $1,000, okay? Put your 10. And then you'll take the 1,000 and do something else with it. Okay. And if you're strategic, one of those coins you were buying for $5 a month might all of a sudden, like what happened to me, become $500 a month. Because that did happen. $100. Tell me if it's per month, per week, per what. Tell me. It's okay. We can share. It's okay. Because listen, I lost my job. I'm an electrical engineer. I lost my job. I was selling Cutco knives to my engineering friends. Okay. It's embarrassing. So, well, it's like, but you know what? I did it. Okay. So if you have $10, you have $10. You own your $10. Okay. If that's what you have, I do not care. And it's no one else's business. But you want to know who's going to come out better? One woman putting away for $10 every single paycheck than someone else not doing it. Thank you. We're seeing some numbers. Good. I'm at listen, I'm sold. I never had this much money before. He said he's already in. He's like, all of his income goes to investment, stocks, and crypto, right? I'm not working. Linda, you can do it. You can do it, Linda. Cash out $5 a week. Do it. You can do it. I know you can, Linda. I know you can. I can start with 100. Please do. And like I said, with the 100, I'm going to give you guys some of my coin advice, but you can do just off the top of my head before getting to the rest of this stuff. If I had 100, I personally would do about $60 in Bitcoin and ETH each month, and the other $40 in altcoins. So maybe you take the other $40, 8 altcoins, $5 a month, right? Maybe you pick like 5 really cheap altcoins that you really like the technology, the use case, the community, or the technical value of, or the innovation value of it. And you do it because it's like 4 cents, 5 cents, 25 cents. So it goes quite a long way for accumulation. And like 2 in some bigger altcoins like AV or Link that are like $25, or $100, or Romero, which is a privacy coin, which I think is actually going to come back because I'm looking at privacy now too. It's $186, but maybe you buy $20 of that a month, right? Because I think Romero's XMR is going to break out because I'm like, shoot, let me get private. We need to get more private. Now that crypto's going mainstream, there's going to be a whole element that needs the security. Okay. So we're going to keep going. All right. You haven't looked at it since 2017? I know, me too. That's why I didn't know I had that much money. I just was dollar cost averaging. I wasn't looking like that. Not for it. Good. Yeah. That's how much I put. Nisha said to Linda, look, girl, I wasn't working either in 2017 when I started. You got this. You do. Linda, I want you, if you can, to think of like one way you can do $10 every 2 weeks or 20. Just think of it while we're doing this and think of one way you can get that started. It'll get your mind racing anyways and get you in that, like, that instead of how I can't do it, how I can, and that energy, it's amazing what can come to you. So if you can do that and post it, before I finish, I'd love to see what you show us what you can do. I have some mattress money. I'll use that to start. Please do. Trust. Okay. Go back to the beginning if you didn't see it. Money is here. This is only going up. And I showed you where it came from. I'll actually show it to you again. Oh yeah. And actually, that's a good post. We're going to talk about at the end, we're going to post different ways we can come up with money to do this. Because I actually asked this question in the Black People in Cryptocurrency. How are you guys coming up with the money? They're like, I starve. I don't go to Starbucks 3 times a week now. And I take that money each week and I put it in crypto. I don't eat lunch, which is awesome because that's a good way to lose weight. And someone was like, I have Coach bags I'm selling, or a Coach bag I did not buy, right? I actually posted, I was gonna buy $100 worth of magnetic eyelashes because they look amazing. And I decided to put it on altcoins, right? So what are you gonna do? Some people are like, instead of doing like biweekly mani-pedi, I only do it once and da-da-da-da. So I want you guys to throw out some ways that if you wanted to do this, and I want you to post it because I need other people to see this. How can you come up with an extra $40 to $100 a month to pay for this if you wanted to? And I want your ideas because your ideas is going to spark other ideas. And then I'm going to continue. But I want to see you guys post, right? I'm not stocking up on magnetic lashes. I'll just buy what I need and not do the stock up game, right? Or the link to what, Gerard? Put that money to work. Come on, give us some ideas how you can do an extra $40 to $100 a month and get the money. Come on. Give me some ideas. I need you. I don't know. Now I'm different. I have a wealth mindset. So if I want more money, instead of so every week I get a maid, and they clean my whole house for $115. And I also and they do my laundry. And I also get a weekly massage. So it's about, I'm not gonna lie, it's about $300 I spend a week on massages and the maid service. So I was actually gonna give that up because that's a lot of money. Okay. That's what I do. Listen, you know what you want, you budget for it, you make it happen. But the way my mindset is, I went, you know what? Instead of me pulling back on that, I have 2 books that I have written. I need to get them edited, launched, and out into the public. And then I could just make passive income with 2 more books. So now I'm working furiously on that. So my mindset is not to cut back. My mindset is, what can I produce that has value that other people would like, right? You know what I mean? So that's how I come up with money. I produce an item that has value to people, something that I'm passionate about, and I think people really need to know for everyone's benefit, and I put it out there, right? So my mindset is how to make more money, not how to cut back. I actually prefer you guys all getting that wealth mindset because it really makes a difference. Now I'm sitting here, I'm about to get a proofreader, editor to edit some books I have, right? That I've already have transcribed and written, but I was taking my time on. Okay. So that's how I'm going to get more money. Okay. I'm going to produce more. I'm going to launch more. All of that takes work, but no one can outwork me. Okay. That's my working class background. So if I have a goal and a vision, I do not mind the work for it. But I want to hear your guys's. So if you're going to make more or you're going to cut back, what is your mindset? And both matter. I'm just not giving up my maid service or the massage because I hate cleaning and I like my massages. So that is my gift to myself. So yes, weekly. They don't speak English very well, but I don't care. So what ideas do you have? Yes, I'll sell something. Yes. I was on a coaching call and this girl was like, oh, the down payment's a little bit more. And we're like, girl, you can get it. And they were like, another girl chipped in on the coaching call on Tuesday. You probably have bags, something in your closet that can make money. She's like, I used to work at Coach. I have like 6 Coach bags and a dust bag. Girl, get that $1,200 worth of money. Do it on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. Get that $1,200 and put it in. You can do it. So I don't want to. So what else we got? Poshmark. Yes, ma'am. I have Robinhood. You said Robinhood is not good to invest in crypto. Why? Because you can't move it off. So if you have Bitcoin, you can't use it as an asset. You can't move it anywhere. If you want to take the profits, you have to sell it if they don't offer a loan product. And so for me, I like to be able to take my stuff, like I'm taking my stuff off Coinbase and I'm moving it over to Binance. So watch from the beginning. You'll see all these coins I had on Binance, on Coinbase. I'm moving them to Celsius because I can get 8% interest, passive income. That's awesome. And this isn't like yearly interest, it's compound interest, which is way more than if it was like an annual APR. It's every day. So as your volume grows every day, you get compound interest, right? That's amazing. So that averages out to a lot more than whatever 8% they're showing. And you can't do that on Robinhood. I wear ponytails. The pandemic has made this easy. Oh, yeah, you're talking about, cutting back on hair appointments. I have people who said they're cutting back on hair appointments. So come on, let's come up with ideas. Because, it's not just me. Like I said, my idea of making more value or writing a new book or making a new workshop, that's something that can help one of you guys that have something to say or share that can help people. Catch less Ubers. We're sell a service. Yes, ma'am. I can put some ghetto guru. Are you really the guru of ghetto? That is pretty cool. I can put some of the money I spend on weed into it. Yeah. Sorry, I wouldn't have read that out loud. Let me see. I can put, yes, you can. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, that was another major answer in the Black People Cryptocurrency group. There were like 4 people who said they cut back on it. Selling on Let Go, things that we're not using. Okay. What else? I make teas and detox products, so I can use some of that money. Yes, ma'am. I'm all about, my money is always moving. So I make more to do what? It's a quarter of it's going to go into crypto. Whatever comes into my business goes into crypto. It goes straight into my 401k. So the money you're seeing here, I'm not touching. And if I do get a loan, so say when it does go to the moon and I'll take a loan, I'll do it and it'll be a loan through my 401k. My solo 401k. When you're self-employed, you have your own 401k, which is great. We have eBay, sell your stuff. We have, but the maid needs to make money also. She does, yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna cut back. They do my laundry, girl. So monetize your gift. So they literally save me 9 hours a week, which I use to make more products or to do this. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing it because it's important. But I'm not, low key, I'm actually gonna make this workshop into a book. So if you would have read my book, if you look underneath my training, I have a book called How to Make $2,000 to $4,000 a Month in Book Sales. And one of it's like, write more books. And my way of writing a book is to do a workshop and then have it transcribed and then edited and then launched. So it's still the same information, but it's a shorter read. But that's really good because nobody wants to be reading some big old tome on Bitcoin. They just want to read something that's easy, right? So you guys should, if you're an author, you should read how take my training, How to Make $2,000 to $4,000 a Month in Book Sales. And it's just like how making multiple formats, going on podcasts, and how that all adds up. So then you don't have to do anything because you did all the work up front. So, so that 9 hours that my maid service and the cleaning service saves me, I put on things like this or other endeavors. So I'm going to, get something out of this. I would like it when I'm going to get this transcribed and make it to a book on the information I'm showing here. If you guys could probably leave a review. So, that'd be nice. Monetize your gifts. Sell things that you don't use anymore on Facebook. Facebook Marketplace, so easy to make money. Nisha Green thinks Linda said to her, yes, create value, make more. I truly believe on selling things I'm not using. Yes, so much, right? Send the link to open an account to invest Bitcoin, please. Oh, good. Okay, I'll send a Coinbase link for right now. So let me get that Coinbase link. This is an affiliate link. If you wanted to say thank you or send tips, those are always welcome. I really did work hard on this. But I'm not going to ever leave you guys behind. The link to buy Bitcoin off of Coinbase I just sent to you, which is really good for beginners. The only issue is transaction fees. I know. Thank you. I'm not moving too much, but sometimes you just, with these kind of rates, you just pay. What do you use to start your self-employed 401k? I go to solo401k.net. I'll put that in the thing. And his name's Mark Nolan. Solo401k.net. He was the cheapest one I found, and he's still the cheapest. He was like $700, then he raised his rate to $800. But he will do the paperwork to create your solo 401k because it has to be legalese, and the trust documents need to be set up. And he works with a lawyer to do it and get it done. And everyone else is like $3,000 to get your solo 401k set up, and he was $700, so he was the best. And, and he's really good. You can call him, ask questions, and he'll answer it because he knows this is like a new field. So he doesn't leave you hanging. Like, he knows you need this to keep this going, and people need to be able to adopt it. So that's how you do it. And then you'll look at any of your part-time income. And, if you have part-time income or you have a side job, you can get a solo 401k, which is an amazing thing because you can actually contribute more than a regular 401k because part of it's your employer, your job contribution. Guys buy clearance sale. Yep. I must have 400 books and boxes, inspiration, educational, spiritual. I can sell those. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Just bought a little comp first time. Yeah, I got compound too. And that's going to go into my strategy. I'm thinking of converting my course into a book workbook as well. Girl, take my course. Take my course. I've converted like 3 workshops into books, and I'm going to convert a couple more. Like I outline then I'm going to go back into it. What I do, and I explain this in the course, I outline these workshops the way I would do a book. So it's like chapters. And then I tell the people, hey, I'm going to be talking. Just ignore the talking. Just really focus on the content. Here's the outline. So when we're straying, if it doesn't have something to do directly or a good story, take it out. And then I have a really good ghostwriter who's in England, so who will transcribe this, but like in a talking way. Can you put the link in the FAQ? Yeah. Which link? Coinbase Pro transaction fees are a quarter of Coinbase's. Oh, thank you, Tenny. I like the idea of writing an ebook. Where's the link to your book? I'll link to my workshop. It's a good workshop. Everyone who was on the workshop was like, I'm telling you, like, it was, I'm not just saying that just because it's mine. Like, I don't do that. Like, if it's valuable, it's valuable. This is one of the things I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is good. I should have charged more, but sometimes you just charge so that more people can get access. Buying the right time. That's to the workshop if you're thinking of. So I do these workshops all the time because I'm like, this is a good book as well. It's a nice little short read, straight into the point. Boom, 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 boom. And if it brings value, great. Like if it's an extra $50, $100 in income, good. Do that 10 times. Like it's fine. Like whatever. Like be grateful for the few. And Lisa is grateful for the few. And I think that's where I've gotten here. Like I'm not going to make fun of it. If you have $10, I'm not going to make fun of that. I'm going to be like, hurry up and start. Like trust and believe it'll be a lot. District on Coinbase seems way undervalued. Definitely research this fast. DNT. And I'm actually going to talk about how people drop little notes like this. This is how I stay relevant. And I have District. I just had to transfer it from Binance, little bitty coins. And we're going to talk about staying relevant. Like you don't have to do all the research. People just bring it right to you. You just need to be around people. They're going to tell you the next big thing. And you can look it up and be like, yeah, let me put $50. Sometimes I just put $30 on things. And I'm like, dude, it's supposed to. This is what it's supposed to be. At $30, I can get like 500 coins. Let's get you 500 coins. This is for the long run. Okay. And, if you can't do $30, that's fine. But some of us can. And, okay, crypto checkout APY. I'm able to purchase the Bitcoin and to be able to purchase the Bitcoin. I did. I just put the link to the 2-hour entrepreneur course. It's like how to earn $2,000 to $4,000 a month. And I go into like writing more books and my way of doing it versus other people's way. And since I'm a talker, like I'm made to talk. I'm made to talk in front of a camera. Like that is literally my throat chakra is like, like everyone else throat chakra is like this. Mine's just like, and I was made that way. It's easy for me to just do a workshop and talk it out and then like have those words written into a book. That's how I wrote the first book. That's how I wrote this bestseller. I just talked it out. And I'm a talker, right? And so there's different ways. And when we talk about different ways, if you're a writer, if you're a podcaster, whatever, how you can get it out. But like, just put that together. Like, it's all about the value, right? And I don't know. Is this valuable so far? Let me know before we keep going. Is this valuable to you guys? Are you guys glad that you're up with me on a Friday night? Go ahead and show me. Are you guys with me? Is this good so far? Are you guys liking it? Is this valuable? Was this worth your time? Very valuable. Thank you, Khadijatu. If I'm not pronouncing it right, I'm trying. Your book course, I just put it in the chat. The 2-hour entrepreneur. I'm getting some hearts, getting some likes. Okay. Definitely. Okay, good. I'm sorry. Oh, well, try my YouTube. Try my YouTube channel. Someone's trying to make comments. From my YouTube channel, Affordable REI. If you can't make, I have this on every single one of my social media outlets. So great info. Okay, good. All right. Good. And we have more to go. Like my workshops are 2 to 3 hours. So if you can't make it, it's okay. Come back tomorrow. If you can't, I'm having fun so far. I love your energy. Thank you for like your energy is really like welcoming. It's very kind. It's very open. It's very receptive. So thank you guys, because I feed off that. If I got here and you guys were like sour faced, I'd be like, I'm going to stop. You guys don't care. So I appreciate you guys being here to be open to receive it and being really receptive and respectful and really and I'm just really happy you get what I see, because I see it. But then I'm not going to lie. Some of us have a talent to be able to see what other people can't and put together other things people can't. And, you know, that's a talent we have to use to help each other lift up. Okay. All right, good, Linda. Okay, so we're going to go back to it. Thank you guys so much. So I'm going to go back to this. Make the screen big. All right, so this is just showing you $100, you know, a month. Who's special? Is Lisa special? I'm not special. I mean, I'm special. I see things other people don't see. I have a background and knowledge of wealth accumulation, real estate investing. I think I'm one of the best coaches, so it's claiming that. But what did I do? I didn't. You know, $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes every now and then I bought like that $1,500 in crypto. I would pour like a little bit more where I could, okay? Because I can't show you it all. But I didn't do anything special, even though I viewed it in a certain way. So you can do it too. So what creates value for cryptocurrency, right? So for me, it has 4 different ways that it creates value. And I look at these. And I talked about this earlier, but like it having a community or prestige is value. Just like iPhones, even though they're not better than Samsung's, has value because there's a prestige attached to it that is held dear. You can literally coast off of that, and that will retain its value. So the 4 questions I asked: does it have technical value? Does it have direct monetary value? Does it have use or utility value? And does it have community value? So does it have technical value? Is the technology something that will be used within the cryptocurrency, mass market, now or in the future? An example of the good one is ETH. ETH has an entire ecosystem of at least, off the top of my head, 10 to 15 different technologies and coins are based off of ETH, are on top of the ETH ecosystem. And these aren't like Decentraland. People are buying properties for $23,000 a day, okay? They're buying land in this based off ETH. This is one. Millions in these infrastructure has been based off ETH. It has technical value. Link has done really well. It helps other companies make smart contracts. It is doing really well. It is a technology that is very useful to the crypto space, and it's being used. Okay. So when I look at different coins, it has to be one of, generally, if it's one of these 4s, you're good. I'm sure there's other criteria, but I just stick with these because they've been solid winners. They have not done me wrong. Okay. So you can add more, but if you stick with these 4 alone, you'll be okay. Does it have direct monetary value? Like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a store of wealth. Honestly, it has a finite store of wealth. We see it as gold. We see it as the first. We see it as it has prestige. It is the, I don't like to say this, but I'm going to. It's like the iPhone. We got to admit that there's a certain look. Okay, it is. And it's going to always have that, right? Just like baseball cards. Baseball cards isn't cool because like baseball cards are cool. It's because I watch these shows on baseball cards. It's mostly white men who have carried it down, and they said as a unit, now in code, this card is the card of wealth. This baseball card is the card that's valuable. And they all held and they passed it down to their kids. And generation after generation, these cards hold and retain their value to each other just because, right? So I don't know. That actually goes into the community. But as far as money, USDT coin, you saw that. Like Tether is a US-based coin. You saw that when I showed the 24-hour trading volumes. You know, the only person putting money into it's the U.S. government. No one wants friggin' Tether. I mean, I'm sure other people are too. But it's literally backed by like a coin, or like there's like coins that are backed by a stable asset or a stable currency. Like it literally is a direct one-to-one. So, and are you able to spend it in the real world or virtual world? Okay. So mana is what I just converted my ether to, so I can put bids on and buying land in Decentraland. Mana is being used in there. People buy mana to use in this video games. ENJ is engine is used. It has a whole like million plus person gaming world where people right now today are buying engine. They are buying engines to use in the game. Okay. That has direct value. Okay. This much gets you this much, and it rises and falls, but it has a value. People are purchasing it at this price, or it's tied or tethered, or it's like, I don't care about ETH and this and that, but Bitcoin is this, right? It has a stored value. We value it because of its prestige, its place, its founding, and how deeply entrenched and spread it is. It does have community value. Like Dogecoin, you know, if we can get on point, ApeCoin or Guapcoin or Blackcoin can have that value if we got on point and on code, like Wall Street Bets did, showing us our butts because we can't be a community. But does it have community value? Doge doesn't do anything, but Reddit decided this is our coin. And everyone in Reddit was like, we got to be on code. Doge is the coin of Reddit. If nothing else happens in that community, Doge is always going to be the coin. Now, maybe another coin will come and da-da-da-da, but usually you'll hear word on the street before anything really falls. Okay? Gamer coins like ENJ, Prestige, you know? So it's there are some things that are literally just like I can imagine Korea coin coming up and it's all the Koreans buy it, right? And all of a sudden, because they all agreed as a community, that's the coin. That's all they had to do is just have unity. If they all agree that that's the coin, it's the coin. And everyone bought it and everyone cares about it. If they can get on code. So community and, you know, there's unity and community. And literally that's the age of the divine feminine. The age of Aquarius is about community. So, you know, I'm pointing this out also for spiritual reasons. We need to start doing this. Unity, not one person saying, well, I can't support it because it's not perfect the way I want it to be. Okay. And so that is enough for me. So when I was talking about the currency, I'm definitely buying Doge because those folks over Reddit who literally drove this entire Bitcoin, what's going on, drove Wall Street Bets to its knees. You know, Wall Street Bets driving the stock market to do illegal stuff like Robinhood to shut down trading. They have decided that like this is the coin that has value. They're not letting go of it. They're using it. They're giving people little Doge coins for fun to show like appreciation for tips. Okay. There's a lot we can learn from them. Okay. So that in itself is enough to hold value at this stage of the game. So when you're looking at stuff, so when I look at these gamer coins, and we'll talk about different industries I'd want you to focus on, you know, just pick 1 to 4, you know, where is it already like they're already buying these coins already? Go where the money's at. Like I said, I'm from Vegas. Don't go where the money's starting up. So go where it's already at, where it's already where it's rooted. Does it have use or utility? Now, use, like me, I can use AAV, right? AAV, it's a lending platform to loan against cryptocurrency. Okay, so I can go and lend my cryptocurrency. I can get a loan for my cryptocurrency through there. So I don't need to go to the bank once my once my Bitcoin goes to the moon. I can literally go there and get a loan. I don't have to worry about racism, mortgage discrimination. I literally can use it. I can use it. There are like gambling sites. You want to gamble? You want to do a wager? There are gambling sites. You can immediately use the gambling sites. And if it has 200, 300, 400,000 people using it, there you go. Litecoin. I actually like Litecoin. It's faster and cheaper to move currency around. So I always like move things to Litecoin. It's a better network. Romero, privacy coin. I'm actually starting to invest in Romero because there's going to be time I want to convert things into XMR. Because now that it's getting mass adoption, I don't want the government knowing everything that I'm doing. Okay. Now, Romero is more for my private money than for like my 401k, because my 401k I'm not really worried about as long as I stick to the guidelines. So what I would suggest for you guys is to pick 2 to 5 industries and focus only on those. Okay. I like exchanges, you know, Coinbase, if it gets a coin, Celsius has a coin. Binance has a coin. I've done Uniswap has a coin. Man, oh gosh, I bought it at $5. Now it's $20 like in a month. Like, come on. So if I see an exchange a place where you go to buy these items. And some exchanges look like Cryptovia, like you look a little off, and others are really ran really well. If you're like one of those, like it's obvious to me, and it'll be obvious to you. This exchange is nice. They really clean this up. Like Binance. Oh, Binance is nice. Okay. Oh, and someone asked a question, what's the difference between Coinbase and Binance? Binance has more coins, but you can't do Binance anymore as a US customer. You have to do Binance.us, which does not have as many coins yet, although I'm sure because some are blocked in the US because of like SEC, like the government still trying to keep their hands into things, which we're going to talk about our responsibility for decentralization. So that's the difference. Binance has more, but you can't do it as US citizen. Binance.us is what you want to do, or other wallets. But you watch this from the beginning. Pick 2 to 5 indices. And I say this because, dude, you can't do it all. And I'm going to tell you on the right what I focus on. It's like 4 or 5 things. That's it. I can't get into the arts. I don't get it. It's too much time for me to learn it. I do things that are like what I do understand. I understand the exchange itself. As this gets big, I can ride this wave all the way to the top. I bought 92 Binance coin when it was like $1. Okay, so $100 on it. It's worth $123 each and growing because Binance is an amazing exchange. And it was obvious it was an amazing exchange. Celsius has Celsius coin. It's $5. Celsius wallet is amazing, and they're doing good things. They offer these they're doing great. Everyone's talking about it now. I need to go get a Celsius coin. That's, you know what I mean? So these wallet and exchange that everyone's using that are really good functioning, get these coins while they're $5. This is easy money. Okay. Lending and banking. Now, as a real estate investor, I'm really cool with that. Gaming. So gambling. So gaming as far as like game, like these games that, that multiplayer, single player, based on crypto, not on crypto, whatever. The games, it has its own like tokens that they've been buying and selling that they're adding to the blockchain. Gambling, sports, and wagers. If that's what you're into, look and see what's going on there with the decentralized place. So it doesn't matter if you're not in Las Vegas. Art, music, NFTs, fashion. I actually want to create some because I was in Decentraland. I was like, oh, these clothes are so ugly. I was like, I need to get someone to like make fashion items so that I could, because I want to wear a cute little pencil skirt, And I'm like, oh, I got to get a developer to create it. So like then, like if you create something like that, you can sell it. Like if someone wants like a cute little skirt, like actually should. See, that's another income stream. Me getting a developer to make an NFT that I can sell, but I only make 100 of them, but I sell the 100, and you forever have this like fashionable skirt and Decentraland, which is like gonna be our Ready Player One anyways. And so it's gonna, it's gonna be cool if you can dress it up a little bit outside of the standard thing. So NFTs and arts and music, you can do that, right? And you can purchase those things. So I actually do get it, but I'm gonna go over there as needed. But yeah, I'm gonna write that down as a passive income stream. Make pencil skirts, because y'all know I love my pencil skirts. They make every woman look so pretty. Because I went to Decentraland and everything. So for the arts and everything was just like very mannish. And I was like, where are the feminine clothes? So there you go. You want passive income? Get a developer somewhere to make these products, make it nice, sell them up there. And people like me will go look on those marketplaces for Decentraland for more clothes and be like, oh, look at this cute little pencil skirt, especially for the women. So staking, interest, and dividend earning. So any stock basically that is earns interest or I can stake, I'm looking at it. Pretty much that's the only reason I bought Algorand. And I'll be honest, I'm not telling you to do this, but I'm saying I bought it for a couple of reasons. I'm going to talk about when coins get on Coinbase. It was on Coinbase and it was staked for 2%. Literally why I bought $100 worth. Now, I've not looked at it. I honestly don't know what it is. I know it's on Coinbase though, and Coinbase will just let anything in. All right. So that's why it's important to be on these exchanges, because once you know the level of trust in order to get on that exchange, it has a lot of weight and value. And once it's on the exchange, that mass adoption, we're going to get into that later, is thing. So I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying out of all the other things, I'm really strategic, but if it's an interest or a dividend earning, I'm buying it. And of course, the technology has to make some minimal sense, but I have purchased some that don't, and they're still rising in value. Everyone's like, Algorand's my favorite coin. I'm like, oh, I just bought it because I got 6%, and other coins were not offering 6%. And it was on this exchange. So I knew from a trust factor that it had to be a decent quality, because Coinbase and Binance Binance will let more in than Coinbase. Okay. Infrastructure, Link. Link is the smart contract. Ether is the system of which other system sits on top of, right? This is the transaction molecule that makes everything, you know what I mean? So if you're finding something, it's pure infrastructure technology. I always buy those, especially if it's showing it's being used. And land, virtual real estate. I'm actually looking into that because I looked and saw Decentraland is the one I'm into. And I'm not doing this to pump it up because I don't want you guys to buy land before I do, honestly. But it's just one of those ones where I looked and I was like, Atari, Bitcoin, Binance, you guys spent millions of dollars in here. So the money's already there. They're not going to let it go to waste. There's competing people. There's value. It's going to stay valuable. You not getting in there does not mean there's no value. The value is already saying that they put that much money in there and built it up. They're like, we're here. So I just follow the money and put mine where it's already at. Now, I purchase exchanges. That has done very well for me. All of them, I don't know. All of them going to do well. I do banking and lending. So anything that shows a viable use case where I, as a Black person who does not like going to the banks because I know that I have a 20 to 30% chance of being discriminated against or denied, even with the same exact credit score as a white person. That is proven. That's not even a stretch. It's 30%. I don't like the banks. You guys know that. I literally have a video that says stay away from the banks, go to the credit unions. Anything that's banking and lending that I can do here through a decentralized platform and not have to go in and go into all that bias, I'm for. So I am investing in those. Anything that has an established community, so it's already has like a gaming coins community or a Decentraland community that's big and growing and active, I'll invest in that just because there's a stability there and that unity in the community. Gaming coins are interest staking, dividend earning. I hate to say that, like I did buy algo and like Tezos without even knowing what it was, but I did. But they're still doing okay. And I don't know. I can spend like $100 on something and see where it goes. I've not bought more. I'll buy more when I do the research, and then it goes, oh, it hits one of these things. But if it is a dividend or staking coin, just like stocks, I will just buy it. But of course, you do a diligence. So anything on Coinbase, PayPal, Cash App puts on their exchange, these are market movers. Coinbase, PayPal, I think said did $240 million worth of, it was either transaction or they made in profit and transaction fees when they had Bitcoin. So just going through their system, they $240 million. They were surprised, which is dumb. Like, why are you surprised? Like, you have like a huge user base. So when Coinbase or PayPal does something or adds something, you need to pay attention because they're getting to the retail people, and we move markets when we finally have access, even if it's like, 30 million people putting $5 a day, that's $150 million a day. That's money. It's big money, but it's usually more than $5, right? So I pay attention to any that go on those exchanges, not any exchange, because there's a lot of exchanges with a lot of low quality coins that have not been vetted. But these ones that I put, they are market movers. They're American market movers. New coins that other people research. I don't have time to do all that. So I'm in different groups, or like that guy who came on and was like district. I was like, yeah, I have like 100 district. He was like, oh my gosh, da 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 da. Someone's really excited. I will go and research it. And sometimes I'm like, nah, they're not doing anything. And other times I'm like, oh my God. While I was sleeping, I bought this 2 years ago. While I was sleeping, because remember, 3 to 4 year life cycle, all this happened. And they did this, and they're launching this. Okay. They didn't learn all talk. They're doing the walk. I will do it. So we'll talk about keeping your ear to it. So I'll go into passive income strategies. I'm actually getting a little tired. Passive income strategies. So quickly, staking. This is when like you're keeping money in the wallet because they want to get more liquid assets on their balance sheets. So, so that they can use and trade more. So they'll offer you interest, compound interest that compounds every day. So every time that it adds to you or pays out weekly or daily or whatever, the interest keeps going. So it's not annual interest, it's compound, which is amazing. This can be done on the exchanges, will be at a much lower rate for larger exchanges. So Coinbase offers you 10%, 2%, Celsius, and Trust Wallet will offer 6 or 7. Okay. So easily just moving it to one of these other wallets will get you more money. Lending, you can lend your Bitcoin to others and earn interest on DeFi platforms like Ledger and Compound. So like I said, it's lending, so Compound, so I bought some, right? Earn money holding in the right wallet. Celsius, Trust Wallet, Atomic, UI offer much higher returns. So I'm actually going to move my Coinbase coins into those. Liquidity providing, this is a more advanced thing, but sometimes they need people just to have money in the coin so swaps can take place. So you just having your money there and letting it be used for the transaction in a trust network can get you like double what you put in. It is riskier because if there's a scammer out there that doesn't complete the trade, you take that risk. So it's just like, so you want to put limits in place on how much you want to put at risk in order for the swap to continue, just in case that happens. But a lot of people in the cryptocurrency group are making a lot of money, but it is more advanced. I am just getting into that, but not yet, because there's other ways to make so much money. So mass adoption pyramid. When all these things happen, that's mass adoption. And you saw those billions. I'm about to show you this. I'm about to show you that again, right? So you guys who came in late, you missed this, okay? And I was showing how this is like what? Like almost 8 billion. Let's say, 8 billion here is EOS. So just like some rinky-dink coin. In the last 24 hours were sold here. More coins were sold in this 7th ranked coin than the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and S&P. The last 24 hours. I got this about an hour and a half ago. Okay. So in these markets that all of our stocks combine, right? Because this used to be the big deal. This is nothing compared to this. And you know what? I'm not some big time hedge fund, but you know what? They're looking at the same information too. And we're going to talk about why they're moving into it. So mass adoption, can it be used as a currency to purchase items? Yes. Is this a vehicle to create wealth? Well, my $200 a month and $1,500 pullback is turned into $130,000. So a coin I bought at $5 is $100. Another coin I bought at $5 is like $500. Another coin, and I buy like 50 to 100 coins at a time. So yes, you can create wealth. Is there innovation and usefulness? Absolutely. You mean I can gamble here instead of going to Las Vegas and I don't have to be in a certain state? That's useful. That's innovation. Our country and government's using it. Venezuela's using it. Iran uses it to go around the sanctions the U.S. puts on them. Yes, it has whole countries using it. I'm waiting for Zimbabwe to get on it. Global adoption. Look at how much money is going through here. This isn't even global adoption. Most of y'all haven't even done this stuff. This isn't even global adoption. And look, this ain't money. This isn't what? 138 million? Yeah, 7 billion on EOS. I literally don't think EOS is like an anything coin at all, even though I own it. I'm like, y'all haven't done anything yet in 3 years, right? But I'm like, dude, EOS had $8 billion last 24 hours in volume. In transactions, you had 138 million Q. We had 355 million Q. You had almost you had almost 1 billion Q. Not even 1/5 of this coin. That's a rinky-dink coin. That was just 24 hours. So, mass adoption's here. Way past that. Now, people not listening to this webinar, they don't know what you know. So I'd like for you to share this. I'd like for you to educate and explain it to people. When I make this into a book, I'd like you to buy my book for reference or to give to your friends and family to understand this in a way that just has been working and is easy and can make sense. But yeah, we're here. We're here. Look, we're here. Do you get it? So, I'm going to go see if there's any questions. Any questions? Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me go back up to the comments. Okay. Please take it to your community. Way more. I think I'm going to be a millionaire, to be honest. I think you guys can be millionaires too. I mean, look at the money. I'm not selling anything. I'm showing you the money. All the money we thought about the stock market. That's nothing compared to what's going into this. And this isn't even mass adoption yet. Okay. So we're almost done, guys. Oh, Charizard. Isn't that Pokemon? I'm here. Thanks. Where are the links? I put them on. They're on all of my social media. You should see. Oh, so there's virtual land real estate, and people are buying, and I'm trying to get my piece because I Ready Player One. Go watch it. Y'all think these movie and TV shows are just like, oh, it's just no. They're channeling what could happen if you're not paying attention. And we're heading right for Black Mirror. So prepare. Anyone about USD CAD going in a straight line? I don't. This is more of a beginner's course though, Mike. Use a VPN to get Binance if you live in the Yes, I do. I use Tunnel Bear. Oh, okay, thanks for explaining the difference. It came up in a group conversation of Binance versus Coinbase. I need to get familiar with Celsius. I haven't used it. Yeah, I know. I've been in this for 3 years and now I'm moving to Celsius. It's just so they're really just trying to get more liquidity. So very high yield, very, very high interest rates. Sounds like Roblox. Right. Sandbox. Sandbox and Roblox are the same. I have a 4-year-old daughter who loves it. She likes Funny and the crew. When are you going to have your crypto book available? It'll probably take about, it's like to be honest, it's like a month turnaround because I have to get this transcribed, then I got to proofread, then I have to get a book cover, and then I got it's been work. But so yeah, I'm actually going to I made a group called Bitcoin Strategies for Beginners. So I'm going to send a link to that, and I want you guys to all to join. And then we can keep in trial, and I can tell you about the book. But I also, like, as I go through Decentraland, as you do things, I want to get a place for new people feel inspired to help each other and grow with each other and show us as beginners where we're at. So I'd love for you guys to join that, and I'll post that. You know what? Let me get the link right now for those who might have to grow for the Bitcoin for beginners. I think I was going to call it Bitcoin for normal people. For beginners and normal people. All right. Here. So I'd love for you guys, I'll talk about this later, to join this group. It's a beginners group. So it's like for us, I'm doing stuff and I want to be like, hey guys, what do y'all think of this? Or what do you know of that? But I just wanted to be beginners focused so that it's a welcoming place, It's a market cap has quadrupled over the past 4 years. So much opportunity in crypto. I haven't even looked at the gaming space. I know, right? USD stablecoin is built on Algorand. I just thought it was offering interest. So I was like, and everyone's offering interest on Algorand. So I was just like, okay. And stablecoin's good. I'm not using USD as a stablecoin. I'll use something like Doge or something, but we need a coin that's not going to fluctuate. Okay, I'm gonna go back up before I continue. You can do lending too. Girl, the lending space is huge. And as an investor, that's the first thing I'm like, okay, I don't know everything, but I know lending and how important it is and how big of a market it is. So I invested in lending products and I continue to this day, and they're all like $500 a share now. That's okay. I'm still buying $50 a month. Like, I'm not doing anything super special. Okay. like there's so much money flowing in here. You don't have to do anything to make it. You get me? And I hope I showed that with this thing. Like, that is what we're in. Everybody can get a piece. Black people, brown people, get a piece. Okay. How do you get over selling early and losing out? Oh, what helps me get over it, Melita? I think about what the end game is. And when you sold, you thought that was the end game. But understanding how big the end game can be. So look at those charts that I showed you on the 24-hour trading volume, how all the stock market, the 3 different exchanges that everyone knows and loves, the people from other countries invested in our stock market, was a fifth of one of the coin. And go ahead and do the research. Like, I need to look up how many people actually, like, what percentage of the population use it, and go, if say only 5 or 6% of the population use Bitcoin, right? And it trades more money in use cryptocurrency, and it trades 20,000 times more than our stock market, right? At this moment, imagine when 20% do it. How many more times the stock market will that be? How many more times my investment can that go? What about when 20% of people use it? What about when 30% of people? So you can literally look those numbers up. I probably should. If you guys join the Facebook group, I'll go ahead and see if I can get those numbers to see like if we can get a percentage of people, like percentage of the population who actually use it, and get all of like the trading volume of like the top, say 100 coins, add them all up and see compared to like in a 24-hour volume compared to like the NASDAQ and stock market any one day, how many times greater it is at this point, and then go if 10% of people use it, how many times more is that? I mean, those are real numbers that absolutely correlate and make sense. Does that make sense? So that's how I get over it. I go, okay, I did it, but now I need to know how far I can go. And we have real numbers and metrics to do it. And when I invest with people in my real estate investing course, we look at numbers no one else is looking at, and which is why we've been so successful. But I've done a lot of my own soul healing, and I've done like, I did a QH, I had a clairvoyant session, and she was saying like your soul, because she can see the spirit, she has this thing where you learn one thing, and all of a sudden, the way my soul, the way that my energy is, how I'm made as a spiritual being, like my gift, is that she was like, it's like a drop, but from that drop, you can see all these interconnecting like woven things. So it's like a drop, but the drop goes, and so for me, I'm like, oh. So when I learned something, I'm like, oh, but then you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do like I immediately am clued into like a million different ways that thing can be used. And I will definitively say when I teach in a way that I combine things other people can't see, because that's one of my soul gifts. So go ahead and get those numbers. And if you get the numbers, put them in the Facebook group, go, okay, this is what I got, da, 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 da. And then we know what the end goal is. And we know at 10% adoption, then 20% adoption, then 30% of the retail adoption. And we can have a very accurate measure of how far this can go. Fernando says, when did you start getting into crypto? 2017, 2014, lamely. Like, I don't know, I have like 0.2 mine, but the computer died, so I'll never get those. But 2017 at the top of the market. I have, let me show this. I shared on my screen, like when I got in the market, it was like right at the top in 2017. But then when it fell, I knew this was it. And so I just kept dollar cost averaging. Yes, so many questions. Good. Join the, I can transfer it with Coinbase. Yes, you can. I don't know why I'm not getting your post. I don't see the link. You know what? Go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/affordable-REI. I'm there. Go to my YouTube channel, Affordable REI. You can go to my spiritual channel, Lisa's Soul Level Healing. I'm there. So all of those will have the posts to the link. Even my Twitter, I'm live on Twitter. That'll have it. So, okay. So if you can't get it on my personal profile, you can go there. I would just hate to buy it higher than I had and it drop again and have to wait 4 years to grow again. Girl, I mean, I rewatch this and then throw $5 at it. Okay. Just throw $5 a week at it. Throw $40, okay? If that's all you can do, but your 40 is going to be 4,000, all right? Like I showed you the money flowing into this. What are the best exchanges? I explained that in the beginning, Jafar. For beginners, Binance and Coinbase and Cash App are fine. Okay, Melita says, another question. Me and my hubby have $45K since marrying. Should we wait to pay it off? Oh, are you saying in debt? It depends on what your other goals are. Sometimes I have people who want to invest in rental properties and they're like sending like $800, $1,000 a month to pay off debt. And I'm like, dude, chill. Like, let's take that and put it on a property and then your property can pay the debt off. You know what I mean? So it depends if you have a goal for that money. If you don't have any other plans or goals for it, then, you know, pay it off. But if you do, they go. Signe says, thanks for the information. You're such a good teacher because when I've heard other people talk, it gets a little too dense. They do. And the PowerPoint's good too, of course, visual types. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was going to freestyle, but I really wanted you guys to get where I was going from. So I appreciate that you could take advantage of that. I am a good teacher. So that's what I came to this planet for. Y'all think I'm weird, but I know my purpose. Do you know yours? I double down on my stuff. So that is like one of the things about my soul planet. So thank you. If I use Coinbase to get started, can I transfer later? Yes, you can. Do it all the time. Love it. Thank you, Lee. Love what you're teaching. This is one of the greatest wealth opportunities of our time. And if my minorities can get it on, that it's life-changing opportunity for addressing inequality. You are correct. Please share this far and wide. Sometimes they need to see someone who looks like me, okay, with my skin color. say, I made $130,000. Look, it's easy. This is why. Da 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 da. It makes sense. Da da da. Like clear as day, right? Before they can move. So please share this, because sometimes you just need to see something doing. I put a link for a Facebook group. I call it Bitcoin for beginners and normal people, because I don't get dense. Like, I'm not gonna go, what is a Bitcoin? No, we're past that. How do I buy to make money? Okay, I'm not going into that. No, I went into like, oh, this is used to make smart contracts, but that's it. I'm not getting into the details, and you don't need it. That's why I find it's so like discouraging for new investors. You must be an Aquarius. I am a big fat Pisces and a Leo rising, but I don't know. My heart is in Taurus. Okay. Spiritual page channel. Yeah, Lisa's Soul Level Healing. So I'm an angelic healer channel. I channel my angels, ancestors. I mean, I'm very deeply spiritually connected. So I literally channeled. I was like, angels, I got this right. Right? They're like, you got it right, Lisa. Go ahead and put it out. I was like, I thought so. So yeah, very deep into my spiritual practice, very deep healer. If you do any of my healings, you'll feel like this. Because I've been working on my gifts and abilities. So Lisa's Soul Level Healing, if you want to go to the YouTube channel. I'll put a link if you guys want it. If you can't see the links, just go to one of my other social media channels that has it, and you can sign up there. I'm very deep spiritually, so if you don't know, oh, angels exist, yes, and you can communicate with them. I literally did a workshop called Introduction to Channeling, which I'm making into a book as we speak, to show you how to do what I can do. I got a live video, but we're gonna watch this from the top and take it slow. I was thinking 1,000 a month to catch up, but we can start small and take it slow. That's what I do. Straight face. I was doing 200 to 400, but now it's like 400 to 700. Plus, I'll do one-off purchases of things that are showing breakout. I found it an open account. Thank you. Okay, good. And let me continue. Okay, good. All right. I know this is late. Thanks for hanging with me. All right, let me go ahead and share this screen and we'll finish it up. I'm proud of you guys for holding in. I've actually been having a lot of fun, so I hope you guys have been too. All right, staying relevant. So when it comes to stocks, because stocks don't have as much movement, they're not making as much money. And so because they're not making as much money, you know, you got to watch Wall Street, read all this newspaper to try to eke an inch. So that's why people get so excited. Facebook is doing an initial public offering, like, oh, something new to make money. Well, crypto has something every week. Oh, this one was there, but then all of a sudden the technology came through and it's working and it's crazy and da-da-da. All of a sudden something that was dead comes alive because the technology finally got working. The use case finally came into being. They finally got that big customer. So there's something every day, right? That's why you don't have to do all that. You don't have to read the Wall Street Journal. I listen to Gentlemen of Crypto on YouTube. I listen to Coin Bureau on YouTube. I do not listen to the mainstream media. If you're talking about cryptocurrency, do not listen to the mainstream media. They're whales, and the whales own the media. They are not doing it for you. They're doing it so they can control you. Do not listen to them about crypto. If they say sell crypto, you buy. If they say buy crypto, you sell. Exact opposite. And you know why that works? Because people haven't taken the time to do what I did to learn out what's going on. So they trust this place that is not for their highest good. Just there to steal their money. And it's very obvious. All right. So daily Facebook group. You know, I'm in cryptocurrency. So get in this cryptocurrency group. I'm going to create a group. I hope you guys join. I'll put a link to it underneath. You know, I put a link already, but like any of the description notes, I'll go through and put all these links. Twitter feed goes wild. So if you're on Twitter, follow like, you know, the different coins you like. There are some people who have really big personalities that get things going. Mark Cuban talks about it. Elon Musk. He's funny, you know. Peter Schiff's funny. We make fun of him because he's all into gold and silver. And he's still like, crypto sucks, gold. We're like, dude, you're still talking that? You have to be lying. Like, Reddit is an excellent source. I'm always on I'm like, okay, link, LINK, Reddit, BTC, Reddit, EOS, Reddit, and see what's going on there. And depending on the amount of chatter, it tells you if there's any work going on, right? And so new centralized exchange coins, like anything like Cash App, PayPal, Coinbase are market movers because the retail reach to get regular people spending money They add a coin, I'm researching it like immediately. I see it the same day, and I have not been disappointed because I know they're going to move people. Because when, like I said, when Bitcoin and Ether are $1,700 and $40,000, guess what? That 2-cent Algorand or $1.20 Algorand to all these Coinbase customers, the millions of customers, looks really enticing. It is going to move for that alone. People like me who can just put it there and I don't need to sell it. I'm just going to keep it there. I just put 100 or $50. It might be even 20. I might have put 20. You know what I mean? I don't need to sell it. So it's not like it's moving and going and losing value. When Coinbase puts something on, or PayPal or Cash App, well, it moves the market. People can just set it there and they're not like buying and trading. I'm buy and hold just like I do with my real estate investing, but that's the way to wealth. Don't listen to FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So purchasing with cryptocurrency, as I said, mass adoption everywhere. Amazon is doing a test pilot in Mexico to be able to people to pay them Amazon in crypto. Okay, in Mexico right now. Overstock has been doing it since 2017. So if someone like me who didn't know better, I just, Bitcoin went from, my 3,000 value to 47,000. Maybe I'd go there and buy $2,000 worth of furniture, but I know not to sell my Bitcoin. I'll sell some other altcoin that is not as valuable. Nissan, Tesla, and Uber all just announced within the last 3 days, either buying billions of dollars worth of cryptos and or now accepting payment in crypto because they know people like me can now buy a whole car. I can buy a whole Nissan with crypto if I didn't know better. And I was doing things that rich people do, not wealthy people. But I'm doing things that wealthy people do, so I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I'll take a loan against it, but that's it. Visa and MasterCard just announced this week they're now accepting. So when I say this week, we are over the tipping point. You get me, right? You see it, right? Over, past it. I don't want you to be the last ones. And it's still relatively cheap. And you can't make predictions, but shoot, Bitcoin being $400,000, easy. I'm gonna be rich. They'll be like, here, sell here, buy it here, because I want Bitcoin. No, I'm taking a loan against the value and I'm buying rental properties. Okay. Give it 3 years. I don't even think it's gonna be that long. Crypto credit cards, Uphold. I'm getting an Uphold card. It had a few complaints that the card was a little flaky, but it seems to have got hammered out. There are crypto cards where you own 3% Bitcoin. Just for every dollar you spend. Get the Bitcoin cards. Get the crypto cards. Coinbase, Gemini, Binance is coming out with a crypto card. Uphold is good because you can choose which coin that you want to put your money into and spend with. So that's when I would buy a Doge and put so I have, because I'm a business owner, I have separate accounts. So I have one account where I buy personal money, one account with my business money. So the account that I put my personal money in, I'm putting that into Uphold. And I'm splitting it between gold and some really low price altcoin. And I'm selling it because I'm going to research the altcoin and know the altcoin has a community like Doge or something else. And it pumps. I already said this, but still, I'm going to reiterate it. My money's not going to stay in fiat. It's going to stay in an appreciating or stable asset. But you can look at the history. And if it's been stable for this long, and it still has the same community but greater, then it's going to be good. And if you keep your ear to the ground and you're in the groups, you're going to know, oh, Doge is failing. Did you hear about this? You're going to hear about it before it happens. Only spend your low value stable coins. And idle coin is Doge. I keep saying that, not because I like it, but just because it's just low value. And don't spend your high value coins, as I said. Give them ApeCoin. I'm trying to buy ApeCoin, which is Akon's coin, because I support what he's doing. And I think he's going to do it. I think he's like me. We put our mind to something, we do it. Some last thoughts. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If you still listen to the mainstream media, I do truly feel sorry for you. They're deliberately scaring you out of your money and position so that they can buy more. That's why they're like, oh, we accept it now. Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase, literally, we saw him talking, crypto's crash, but at the same time, JP Morgan Chase is making their own blockchain, literally out their mouth. They're not even hiding it, but they don't need to if you're not paying attention. It'll work because you're like, oh, look at this guy in the suit. I trust him. Bank of New York Mellon. I got this from the gentleman of crypto this morning. They were saying customers are forcing this huge historic old bank. Their institutionalized investors are saying, you better get in crypto. I'm not making money on that rinky-dinky stock exchange. Do you remember this one? More money was sold in this rinky-dink coin than all of this. They're not making money here. They're making money here. Institutionalized investor. They said, you dum-dums, Bank of NY Mellon, you dum-dums, get us into crypto. That's what's going on right now. Big money on Wall Street's like, get us there. We're not making any money here. All the money's over here. Censorship. So this is going to be the answer to censorship issues. So because I have a Black prepper group, and right now the mainstream media is like, oh, all these extremists, malicious, and prepper groups. So they're doing that. They're making a program. They're relating it. They do this all the time. If you're aware, you can catch it. They are, they're saying that we're all part of the same group. We're not. I'm a Black women's prepper group. Trust and believe, half the conversations with the women are like how much they hate Trump. I don't care. Everyone's racist in this country. I'm not gonna. Oh, you're more racist. Yeah, whatever. There's also some level of it in this crazy in this place. But so I'm moving my Black prepper group. I'm backing it up to SoMe, a decentralized crypto-based social media, because there's no one there to censor. And we're going to talk about running nodes. The nodes are being run by individual people, not one person that keeps it up and running. So if one node goes down, you have 4 other nodes that have a backup of the server that knows that has a backup that can keep it running. And it's decentralized. And there's thousands. And so someone was saying that part of our job is to run nodes. Like I wouldn't expect a newbie, but I've been in 3 years. So I am eventually going to run a node, especially because you get passive income from it at a lot higher scale if you're running a node. But when you run these nodes on your servers, you can do it on your computer, but I literally, like these virtual private servers, in order to run these things are like $10 a month, $120, but be a part of the revolution and be a part of the infrastructure and scaling, be a part of the decentralization. How much money I made, I could spend $120 to be a part of this revolution. And if you guys go from, like I did, $200 a month to like I have $130,000, which you should after watching this, okay? I want you guys to take $120 and learn the technology too when you have some time. You know how to do it now. I've been doing this for 3-4 years. And so now I feel like I'm comfortable doing it. But like, just know that is part of our job. The little people is going to make it so they don't do it. Decentraland, I'm actually going to start doing I'm either trying to think if I'm going to do real estate investing coaching out there. Like, hey, join me in Decentraland and you join me in the land just to get like some buzz around it. But I am purchasing land right now. Ready Player One. Watch it if you want to know what that means. But I'm going to be hosting stuff there. So I just wanted to get those last things. And finally, freedom. I am, this year has been crazy. I swear, if you were on my Facebook feed, I was like liberal and then I was super conservative. Now I'm a libertarian. Now I'm like tearing it all down. So that's the changes and metamorphoses I went over in 1 year. But like freedom is important. And right now you guys are seeing I'm buying the central land because all of you guys are going to get stuck in your freaking houses one day. And the only way we can get together and see each other in an avatar and talk is through this way. And us decentralizing this, these big boys are trying to take your Bitcoin. You don't give it to them. And, freedom is what it's about. We don't, the government making it so we can't get these coins because they have to have oversight and reach. And usually the oversight reach means the little guy is at a disadvantage. I'm trying to get away from that and trying to be a part of the solution. So I hope that makes sense. The next steps, join our Facebook group, Bitcoin Strategies for Beginners and Normal People. Start investing $500 to $300 a month in crypto where you can. I'm at $700, but definitely going up. Join our team on Decentraland. I'll post about that in Facebook. But I want you guys to buy land. I love for us all to buy plots of land all in the same area. And then as a united front, we're like, no, this is Black lands. We're on the Black lands. Well, I don't know. And sell all of our cool NFT stuff that we developed, okay? You come here for all the cool stuff. We don't sell it anywhere else except Decentraland. And we have the coolest music, the coolest this, but you have to come through there. We want to make generational wealth. When I buy into Decentraland, I'm going to name it after my daughter. So the 2 pages, Monique, which pages? Facebook.com/affordable REI or Facebook.com/mysoulpoweredlife. So yeah, let me link to the Decentraland Facebook group that I am making. I just want a place to, as we go along. I mean, you see my returns. So my returns are going to be this, but they're also going to be more. And you guys are going to start doing things. And we need a place for beginners, not experienced users, because we don't have time for all that. Yeah, Facebook user, I did go over what coins I buy and what. And if you go back, if you pause on the screen, you'll see some of the coins on Binance that I had. And I'll show you some of the coins if I'm still logged in on Coinbase. Can you guys see my screen? I think you can't. So let me stop sharing. I'll share my screen if you want to see my Coinbase account. But yeah, I went over the ones that I did. I said pick 2 to 5 focus areas, and what areas I focus on areas. I focus on exchanges. So if there's a good solid exchange, I will get it. And this is, look at this. It was like, yep, $200 a month, $200 a month. Oh yeah, let me go with it. All time. It was like, $100, $200 a month, $100. Oh, whoa, mass adoption. All this is mass adoption. More money, more money, more money, more money, more money is going in. The more money that comes into it, finite resource. So these are the kind of, I focus on anything lending and banking, anything finance. I focus on any exchanges, honestly, and Bitcoin, Ether, and any with technology or coins that I like. Honestly, if you just focus on those 3, you're going to be rich. You don't have to focus on everything. Don't make it so difficult. Uniswap, I bought this was $5 a month ago. I literally just bought it. And like a little bit ago. Oh, I need to stop showing you guys that. I have to take that out. I want no people doing that. So literally just bought this. So these are the coins. Some coins I bought some time ago and I don't even do anything. 1,000 Ripple, whatever. I bought some of these in 2017, right? And some, the coins I buy now 3 years later are so much different. So let me stop the sharing. Let me go to StreamYard and let's see. LMFAO. Wait, remember when I told you about Dave Ramsey convincing me to sell? He had a caller say they bought 3 at 12K and now it's 120K. He said before the end of the night, sell it, never again. Dave Ramsey is incorrect a lot. I don't know if it's deliberate. I always get people who's like, well, Dave Ramsey told me to sell out $40,000, so I'm in credit card debt before investing. And I was just like, what are the monthly payments? And it's like $300 and like they're putting $1,500 to $2,000 a month. I was like, let's get like 4 rental properties, then pay that off. Yeah. You want to work forever? Come on. Like one makes you money. One like just gets you to 0 point game, So I get a lot of people I have to reprogram from Dave Ramsey, but he is good at helping them just budget. I'm so happy you stay consistent. I fell off, but you're a superwoman in this world. Such a great example. Thanks for contribution. Thank you. Make sure you join our Facebook group. I like the idea. Buying together. Yes, that's why I wanted to make the Facebook group so we can start making moves. Not that we have to pull money together. I'm not always so comfortable with that, but like all getting on the same page and buying like the same thing at the same time. No, why not? All Street Bets did it, but or just like strategic. I'm a real estate investor, so like I know what the value of land is next, so it's like, why don't we all buy in the same area? Like it's about this much. Who can do it? All right, 10 of us can do it. Let's go. All right, well, how are we gonna make this work? What have you seen? Oh, I found this, what I did to it. Oh, I can do that too. Okay, we're at the end though, so this is any just last questions you guys have. Thanks, that's 66 people stay with me. Nice. Cash App tips, always appreciated. Hey, get it in if you like it. Let me go. What coin do you suggest, gentlemen? And okay. One YouTube page was the Gentlemen of Crypto. They're pretty good. I listened to Crypto Black also. I'll write these in on YouTube, and they're like my daily dose of like crypto. They're looking at all the news. They're looking at Crypto Black. They're looking at every Crypto Black. It's so funny. I'm so like into like Black unity. I'm like, oh, there's people who are not Black who are really good too. Like it's sort of funny. Coin Bureau is really good. Yeah. Whew, this took a lot out of me. But Friday night's all I had. And I had to get this out. Do you guys see? Any last thoughts? Did you ask what coin? Would I recommend? The leader says, get us on code, divine order, investing, shit hit the fan. You need to know your purpose. You need to know how to make abundance. And you need to know what happens in case it's the end of the world. I'm ready for all of it. I literally uniquely, like, I feel I was so set up for 2020 and whatever is about to come. I swear it's been real chill. I'm like, oh, well, I already work for myself and work from home. I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm already a prepper. What's going to happen? What? I can stay home easy. I don't need to rush out for toilet paper. You know, I use Coinbase, general crypto. Do you listen to Orange Pill podcast? No, let me know. Top 5 coins. So say you had $100. I just like that because it's easy. And I had 5 coins I was investing in. It'd be $30 BTC, $30 ETH, $5 LTC, which is Litecoin. So I'm at 65. Oh, wait. I can only do 5. I have to write this down. Hold on. So I can't do that in my head. So 30 BTC. I would do 30 ETH. I do Litecoin. I would do AV. Oh my gosh, that's a hard one. If I only could do 5? No, I can't just do 5. Oh gosh, Celsius. Okay, but BNB and compound. Yeah. And then I'd have 3, and then I'd have 40 left of 3. It's like 10, 13. And then, okay, so I would do, if I had $100, wish I could show this to you. I would do, if I had $100, I'd do like $30 BT, and I just had 5. I would do $30 BTC, $30 E, $13 LTC, $13 AAVE, which is like a lending platform, $13 in sell. Well, whatever 40 divided by 3 is, if it's not 13. I didn't get my calculator to be exact. But I said 5 sucks because then I would do BNB. I would do some other exchange tokens. Like, no, I do compound. I do link. I do like 55. What are you doing? Oh, goodness, no. Uniswap, no. So many. Celsius is $5 right now. It's really undervalued. So that's, I bought BNB for Binance, which is the Binance coin. I bought that at 5, and now it's worth $123. About like 90 of them. Do 10. If I did 10, all right. If I did 10, I'm not going to take off the 100. I'm just going to leave it at. I'm just going to do, if I did 10, honestly, from what's been working. BTC, each, LTC. Let me look at my coins real quick. Which ones I'd stay in. Now, you got to understand, the finance stuff is here to stay. It only gets bigger. Okay? Like, it doesn't get smaller. Uniswap so far, but as soon as I hear about like really bad things happen, I would take it out. And let me look at some of these other ones too. 1 second, I just have to look at some other wallets. There's some coins. And I'll write if they're exchange. This is an exchange coin. So it's like you can own a piece of the Dow, right? You can own a piece of these exchanges, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more. Let me look at some different wallets. Oh, I'd keep with Link. Link is doing really well. Let me do trust. No. Let me do. Where would I go outside of this? Maybe not 10. Because I've invested in these other coins, but and then 3 smaller coins. So if I was just going to give you your top 10 that have worked swimmingly for me, let me get StreamYard up to make sure you guys can see this. If it was me, the ones that are for sure right now, if you were going to do this, okay, that have worked for me, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to the moon. You saw how much money is going through this, okay? You saw how much money the Dow Jones, the stock market, was a fifth a sixth of a rinky-dink coin. Money is here. So Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin, okay? Gold standard, prestige is the a lot of companies built on top of it. Litecoin, if you want to get around these two, you do Litecoin, and all of South Korea likes it. So that's a really huge market. Unity. Aave is a lending platform. It's only getting bigger, very stable. It works really well. Uniswap is an exchange, a way to get tokens without paying all the fees, a little bit of risk. So as soon as I hear that it gets hacked or something, I would sell. But right now it's $4. It was $4 4 weeks ago. Now it's $22. I am buying it monthly at $22. If I get extra money, I will buy more. BNB, I bought it at $5. It's like $123. Binance Exchange. Binance is only getting bigger. Okay, I transferred it to Binance US. I am going to continue buying Binance coins, Celsius coins. It's $5. It's $5 right now. This is undervalued. This is easily going to be a $125 coin. Okay, because it is a good wallet. They are getting a lot of traffic. There's nothing that's going to be less about this. This is going to be worth money. As long as the wallet stays good, doesn't get hacked. Sometimes big things can happen, and that might affect it a little bit, depending on how they cover. It can recover. BlockFi just had a hack where someone wrote some racial stuff. I don't know. I just laughed at dumb stuff. People didn't just leave BlockFi, right? So sometimes a bad thing might happen. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. The LINK, that's Link. That is an infrastructure item. And then that's 7. So then I would do 3 smaller coins I can't think of. But if you just stuck with this, you'd be okay in stable coins that can go the long. They can go the long way. And some are undervalued. So some are sort of challenging to get to, like Celsius. I'm gonna have to line up to like a new network to get it. Okay, these make sense. Tell me if these make sense. That's what I do. Just on those. Like honestly, you have like more than 40 coins. But if I did 5 today, like on the winners that I have been consistent for 3 from a 3 to 4 year turnaround time, and in the future, those would be it. Sold some BTC on Tuesday, no more credit card debt, and fully funded emergency fund now. Okay, now don't sell any more. Next time, take a loan out and let's just acquire asset. But I'm glad you're debt free. Been following you for a bit. Almost did a consult, but couldn't afford it. Kicking myself now. I'll be calling you. I want to leave a legacy for my kids and my community. It's definitely possible. And people get around to me eventually. Hey, Lisa Phillips. What about 1K of Bitcoin today? Oh, you bought about 1K of Bitcoin today. Cool. I've been buying it forever. I'm going to continue to buy it because, like I said, I showed you the money. It's coming. Like I said, I am going to, if you guys don't do it, I'm going to do a coin to see if I can find some sort of stats on like all the big exchanges and how many users, and see if we can see like what percentage of the population is using it and correlate that to numbers so we can know exactly, like we can have a crystal clear idea of at this level, this level, this level, this. Okay. So I'm going to compile that data. $100, 5 coins. Let's do some quick maths. Girl, let me write that down. I don't want you guys to think I can't do it, but I write things down. I don't do all the things on top of my head. So I'm a little embarrassed because I'm like an engineer. I do know math, but I gotta write it down. Like, I don't want to keep track of that stuff. I did 7 plus 3. You could choose. Do you use your real name and VPN when using Coinbase? What, you trying to hack into it? No, this is the name of my 401k. And yes, I use a VPN. Why use VPN for Coinbase using US? The KYC and report you to the IRS at the Coinbase. That's a good point. Just security in general. I mean, I literally did just come on here and I'm like, I made all this money. So, you know, I am spiritually protected and I put like an intention that I am protected. But, you know, you want to have as many layers as possible. I got dragons protecting me. No, seriously, I was helping someone with their clairvoyant vision to open it up. I was like, what do you see when you look at mine? It was like a dragon. I was like, yeah, you do. Don't mess with me. Why use a VPN for? Okay, I already said that one. How protect? Can you share how much you bought when you purchased and sold price for newbies? Wallets, Celsius Trust Wallet and Exodus or an Atomic. Sorry, some coins can only be bought on these like off market places, but you want to keep them. So like, you know, if this is the wallet, you have one more wallet on your thing. So I have like 4 or 5 wallets. 30 BTC, 30 ETC, 13 LTC, 13 F. Oh, thank you. She wrote it. It's probably not 13. It's 40 divided by 3, which is, what's 40? 1333. I did get it right. Cool. I was so 13.33333. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You will do, if that's all you can do, you will do so well. You will do so well. So if you don't have money, time is your friend. But if you don't have money, like I said, if you were listening, when we're coming up with like different strategies for people to come up with money, I always go, how do I make more money? How do I do another stream of income? You know, and one more book is another stream, but not just book. How can I do a workshop? Maybe I could do a new, you know what I mean? I'm just like, let me think of something and put it out there and see who wants to come. So, you know, it's a good thing when you rewire your name instead of going, how can you save more to how can you make more? And you stay in that wiring, you program that into your psyche. It's like a really good place to be. You get a lot more freedom with it per week. I averaged last summer, my base was about 12K and sold it at about 47. Congratulations. 0.5 BTC, mostly bought 200 a week and bought some dips. I had 1 BTC into 2020 for less than 14K, paid 12 credit card debt, 10K emergency fund. Isn't that awesome? Like the first time you have like no credit card debt, emergency fund. Like, you know, I know now, you know, like don't sell your BTC, but like, I get it. Right. So going forward, I want you to have, you cleared it. Like I want you to have wealth habits, not rich habits. Okay. Rich is like you took the money, right? Wealth is you keep the money forever and pass it on to your kids. Lisa, top 10. Oh, thank you so much, Melita, for writing this out. So top 10, if I did a top 10, yep, you can't go wrong. Uniswap, the CFL is Cell, C-E-L. Cell is Celsius, the Celsius wallet, $4, $4.95 right now. Undervalued. This is 20. I mean, this is going up every day. My account went from 89 to 91 in one day. Like I showed you guys like the screenshots. Very nice, very good. Protect. Okay, good. She's congratulating him. Hey, Kiana. Not quite sure what you're talking. The rest, I'm going to hodl and stay DCA. Yep, dollar cost averaging. This is the tip. Like I said, once we know how many people are actually adopting it, then we can make projections on as market share grows. Then we're going to be more exact. Watch, you're going to hear people on CNBC like, well, you want to know what you want to do? You want to take how many people are using it and dollar. Like, yeah. They listen to me. I was feeling like it was too late, but tonight I feel much better. Yeah, no, at this point, it's just what can we expect at each adoption stage, right? We look alike. We might have to compare family tree. Louisiana and Alabama. Maternal Alabama. My dad, Louisiana. So guess you just opened a Coinbase account. Oh, thank you. I get 10, you get 10. We all get $10. Yay. Thank you. Yes, I hope my recommendations help. And if you can, I know this with my trainings. Sometimes people only can get so much the first time. Listen to it again. you'll get more and bring a notebook. I've seen this over and over. There's something about my trainings. They can only get so much, and listening to it always gives them more insight and more understanding. I'm just happy that like the strategies that worked for me, like you can see working for you. I'm just happy about that. Now, give me some feedback. Was this yeah, Clyde, he is a lot of the time. Tell me, as for a beginner, was this a good beginner's overview? It didn't get too technical. It gave you a straightforward path. Do you guys feel like you can do it? Do you understand why you're doing it? Do you understand the risk, but also are you comfortable with the risk? Can you give me some feedback? Because this was really aimed at beginners. And I want to make sure you walk away going, this was worth it. And I got something out of it and I understand it. And versus versus not feeling comfortable getting in. And like I said, there's so much stuff out there. I just focus on what I know. Like if you're in my Facebook group, eventually I'm going to be like, hey, I'm getting into gaming. This is what I found. This is what and sometimes I like having a sounding board because I have a lot of thoughts and downloads. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, and this. How's it sound to you guys? Oh, okay. Did I miss something? Right. And then if it works, then we all win, right? Like we all go by. Can you do a tutorial for us on how to use Coinbase and understand the terms, but in the future? I'm touring mine now. Yeah. Yeah. Join the Facebook group, list it, and I can come on my public channels to do it. Now, this has nothing to do with spirituality nor real estate investing. But generally, my audience doesn't mind if I just throw something random in because they can choose to look or not. So yeah, if the group is going fine and y'all want me to do that, I'll come not only in the group, but in the other places as well. Melita says, last question, how do you prevent yourself from panic selling? If I didn't lose my job in July, I wouldn't have panicked. But what do you do to prevent that? I say losing a job's okay. But your emergency fund, honestly, you want to know what's really going to get it? Your alternate streams of income is going to protect you. You with me, Melita? So if your alternate string is Uber, because I know a lot of people who work full-time and Uber part-time to make $600-$700 a week, or whatever. Well, $500 or $600. I don't want to get too much. Your alternate forms of income will not only insulate you from job losses, but they'll also just buffer you for the future. Like it really is the time to have multiple streams of income. So not only to have extra money to put something, but like, okay, so you did lose your job, that extra money you're putting towards crypto, you can put towards yourself. So as your stock portfolio is doubling or tripling or increasing in value every day, you can do that. So I say alternate forms of income. And, do something you like. Do you like helping little girls learn to braid their hair? Like there's something you find value in that like you can make money for, like teaching people like me who never learned how to braid hair, like how to do it. Like there's ways you can do this. You can do it online. You can do it in person. You can do both, right? And have a couple streams of income from one thing. So that's what I'd recommend. And it's just a good time right now with all the uncertainty. It's just a good thing to have a book or something, just something going on. Great job. Oh, thank you. First time listening, very new. Where and how do you buy? Oh, Ruby, you have to start at the beginning, but I go over start at the beginning. Trust me, you'll like it. I think I'm getting the feedback right now. And you'll like it. And I go over that, but Coinbase, Cash App, or Binance US right now. But I go into detail of why and why I'm not talking about all the other ones out there. Okay? So just go ahead and rewatch it. I think it's worth it. Okay, this is great. Thank you, Melita. Perfect for beginners. Yes, thank you from anonymous Facebook user with a heart. Yes, it was amazing. Thank you so much from second anonymous Facebook user. Absolutely. I purchased already. Oh, tell us what you purchased since you were talking to me. Tell us what you purchased. Girl, it went so fast. I don't understand how it all works, but I just opened a Coinbase account. You just go ahead and rewatch it. Every time I have trainings, it's funny. They're like, I had to rewatch it, but I got more the second time. So I know what's going on because I'm spiritual. So I know when I speak, there's literally like light codes in my voice. I know that sounds crazy to you guys, but you need to do your own spiritual journey and find out who you are. So I know sometimes when I teach, like there are layers to this because you can only integrate so much understanding because I'm not just talking to you logically. I talk to you spiritually as well and energetically. That's why I tell people like my one-on-one clients always do better than like the group coaching who meet me once a week because one-on-one they're talking and as much as the logical information and me laying out the steps go in, the energetic conversation is taking place. And I have a very strong spirit that really shows up, that really transferred that information. So I always say the person who talks to me the most gets the most. It's okay if it went fast. Just watch it again. I'm trying to join all your groups. Good, Melita. Thank you. I love seeing people, though, in the groups face to face, because then, I don't know, it's more of a community. Rosalind said, this is great. I like the way you broke it down. Okay, thank you very much. Glad for the feedback. I think I need to understand where to start. Oh. Go to buy, like, if I had $100, I did it about 10 minutes back. Once this finished, this live will be up on all my social media. Go back and rewatch that. If I had $100, what would I do each month? And just start with the top 5 coins and just start with there. And just do that dollar cost averaging, just auto recurring, buy those same ones every month, 20 here, 5 here, whatever. What's the Facebook group name? I call it Bitcoin for beginners and normal people. How do you like that? We need to be diamond hands. Yes, and I second the emotion that this has made me more comfortable in getting back in the high. Mm-hmm. I agree. I don't think it will dip, but so low again. Yeah, when you look at the money. And it's okay. Like I said, so say you're gun shy, put 20. You can do 20 on the fact that I showed you the numbers. I show you where the money at. Institutional investors are telling these old staunch banks, you need to get your money over here, right? And we're going to try to find out. So one of us needs to find out how many people are actually using it so that we can correlate. It's this much of market share. It outpaces the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P at this point with this much people participating. What about if that doubled from 5 or 10%, whatever the percentage is now, to 10? Then we'll know what the horizon is. Okay. Then we can expect 20 times the total volume, which would make 500 gazillion dollars, which is 2 million times the stock market, and then we can go from there. But we have numbers. I don't know what my planet's from, but like we have numbers. Whatever planet I'm from, we're good with numbers for the most part. Celsius versus PayPal. No PayPal because they don't let you transfer your private coins. They don't let you transfer the money. You have to sell to take the profit. Leverage is dangerous in crypto. Okay. Did someone mention leverage, protect and attack? That's cool. So, Celsius all the way. But I don't think you can buy in Celsius. But PayPal, you can't move your coins. Toy King said, I'd like to discuss how to set up different wallets, hot and cold, and how to transfer coins between exchanges. Just requested to join the Facebook group. Thank you so much for this training. Oh, good. Thank you. And you're in the black and cryptocurrency group, right? Toy, I feel like I sent you a DM. Okay, Ruby says, thanks. Caught you at the end, but we're real play. Hey, I think you'd like it. I missed the stream, but was hoping to help inspire some newbies too. I knew you would have receipts for your gains. Of course. I'll start from the beginning of YouTube after the stream. Okay, I'll put all the links below. Bitcoin for 20. Oh, so you open up about, dude, dollar cost. Look, if that's all you got, that's what you got. Like I said, my mindset is how do I make more money if I want to do it. So instead of cutting back on my weekly massages I made, I'm like, let me hustle on these books that have been sitting around. I can get it done, right? So I'll make more money to get money versus cut back. But do what you can do until you can do better, right? Okay, Lisa about to get that Coinbase referral link on here and single-handedly open 100 new accounts tonight. Hey, let me send you out that referral code again. But hey, you know what? It's good for beginners. Yes, there's a ton of other exchanges. I'm about to open up a Gemini account, a Poloniex account, a Liquidify account. Like I'm gonna do that, but it's too much to throw 50 options at beginners. Don't think about that now. Get comfortable with Coinbase and then move once you're comfortable. Protect and Attack said, have you listened to Kathy Wood from the ARK Invest? She said if S&P and 500 companies invest 10%, 400K gain from Bitcoin. Yes. Good. We have to start. We have these numbers. She said just the S&P companies. And if you haven't been paying attention, Tesla, Nissan, they are. They literally are. Like, I don't know if it's 10% of their portfolio, but all the companies every single day. So if you guys get started now It's going to be my magical. I said this like Coinbase was like magic money at this point. Like it's just magic, like literally. I just be waking up and I'm like, oh, it's 100,000. Oh, it's 150,000. Oh, it's 160,000. But I showed you why this isn't miracles. It isn't magic. It is adoption. It is money. Okay. Like I showed you. So we're good. We know why. We're not doing this without knowledge and forethought. So your 25 will rapidly escalate. And this is just institutionalized investors. The institutionalized investors know. I've been watching Gentlemen of Crypto daily every day. Millions, millions, millions by institutionalized investors. So that's moving this market. So what happens when retail jumps in? Now you guys are following me and hopefully you're sharing, right? So that your friends can get in on this knowledge, wealth knowledge. Because I didn't just come with you with real estate, wealth knowledge. I read every wealth book, every book about what wealthy women do. I put it on my resource page. What wealthy women do, the millionaire, how the rich live, how the wealthy live, that the rich don't. Like I read those books. My mindset is like I said, like it's programmed into me at this point. Wealth, and that's what like I brought that plus my real estate plus this, and like this is what I'm seeing. Like these institutionalized hedge funds are seeing the same thing. You know, it's so funny. Out of college as an electrical engineer, I went up to, I got a job offer for Goldman Sachs to work in the equities department. And, you know, I wonder what I could have done there if they let me just get my hands on and my natural talents flourish, you know? Yeah, so we have numbers that we can look at to be very discerning about this. Like none of this is like none of this is hoodoo or magic. It's very deliberate. And if you just follow my steps, you're going to be fine as all this money comes in. So look at this quote right here. Have you look at this? They are every day. Uber, this every day. The institutions are getting in every single day. My 130 is going to be $1 million. How does it not? How does it not? How does it not? No, I'm not saying this in a funny way. Like I'm not saying it. Like, how does it not with this much money going into finite resources? All right. Let's keep going. So I want your money. So if it's 25, get the 25. 25 a week, do the 25 a week. Do it. We have a long way to go this year. Have you listened to Kathy? Okay. Holding on to debt or taking on debt to buy more crypto is leverage. Oh, okay. Okay. I do not do that. Did someone say they were doing that? A little risky. I wouldn't do it. Yes, just join. Good. I left the Kevin Samuel stream for this. Totally better use of my time. Girl, that low vibrational being. He's a low vibrational being. So, you know, go over there, but your energy will get demons over there. ETC for 25, LTC for 25. Oh, nice. Someone made a gift from over there. ETC for 25, LTC for 25. Nice. So nice. Solid. Honestly, if you did nothing to them, they're going to be worth $300 in like 4 weeks. Seriously. With all this big money getting in, they see the numbers that I just showed you. Except most retail investors don't know what you know. Tesla's about 10% of their cap. Oh, well, so there you go. So they heard Kathy Wood too. So let your money be magical. All right. Now I've been manifesting big money and I'm like, oh, so we doing it through Bitcoin? Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I'm going to go. My 4-year-old girl did not get put to bed. She can stay up late every now and then. So she was wilding out in there watching Roblox and the Funny and the Crew on YouTube. So she got away with a lot. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys listening. I'm so glad you got value. You guys, I worked so hard on this. I was like, I gotta get it out. This is moving so fast. And if they get in now, they're going to be able to maximize their dollars before it's so high. They can still win. Like, even if you did it like a year from now and everything doubled, you can still win because we have more to go. Remember, we're going to do that see what use cases and get users and see what percentage is using it. So you can still make money even if you started a year from now. But right now, the big investors are making that tipping point where the money's magical. I want to see your 25 become, 45 tomorrow. And not in this, oh, it's going to crash. But no, like institutional investors every single day. Watch these little news streams. So that's what I want for you guys. So I was hustling to get this out. So you would feel confident doing it and just go do it. You know what I mean? Like this is our moment. You've seen it. You've had a chance to look at it for 3 years. You've been hearing about it. Please go do it. If not, you can't. All right. So you guys, boom. Kathy Woods is one of the biggest OG investors in Tesla. They definitely heard of her. Okay, they heard her. Thanks for the chat. Lots of attention to the chat. Yeah, of course. All right, guys. I hope it was fun. I'm pretty cool that was 62 people who watched, but mostly from my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, and my YouTube channel on my spiritual YouTube. Some people from my investing in rental properties book channel. Okay, guys. Have a good night. You might not hear from me for some time. I'm tired. Join the Facebook group. It's called Bitcoin for beginners and normal people, because we're normal. Okay, we're just normal people trying to figure this out, and we can keep it that level. All right, love you guys. Bye. Thank you. Good night. So glad you stayed and hung out with me.